Boy, oh boy, wowee. How we doing, lads?
Dude, I'm tired, man.
Oh man, me too, dude. I started like working out and shit.
Good
After,
man.
like,
Good
like,
man.
like after work. So, and I'm like
Shit.
eating a whole lot better. It's
Good
weird
shit.
getting used to.
Joba on the come up, dude. It's
Dude,
time.
Jova's on the king shit, bro.
Dude,
Let's go. That's my guy.
Dude, this is kind of fucked up. Not really. It's kind of lame. But you know what kind of brought this on? Fucking Origairu, dude. Because I was like, dude,
this guy. No,
Dude,
never mind. I take it
let me
back.
tell
I
it, let
take
me
it
tell
all
it.
back.
I legitimately rolled my eyes just
I
then.
take it
Let me-
all back.
I swear there's a reason. I swear that. Just let me explain.
Please explain.
Fucking Joe.
I hate this. I hate it here. I hate it here. Anyway, though,
No,
continue,
hold on.
please.
No, I'm actually kind of regretting it.
No, you got to continue now.
You said.
We're
I'm
in
like,
too deep.
dude, I gotta quit watching fucking animes that are just gonna make me feel like, dude, I wasted my whole life. I need to have like a,
Bro, they're like
a teen-
17. Bro, relax.
oh,
like
dude, I'm not
24,
getting
bro,
any
chill.
younger.
Bro, you're
Dude,
24,
I'm like-
bro. You're so
I'm like
young.
I'm like a third of the way done, dude.
Okay, relax. Relax.
Anyway, the motive doesn't matter. What happens is the result. That's the
Exactly.
important part.
So this is gonna be a new segment on the podcast where we check in with Choba every episode
Hey,
to
let's
see
do
if
it.
he's quit yet. So just leave some good vibes in the comments to
Let's
Hey.
go.
spur Joba on.
I've started weighing myself, and so far it's a down slope. So that's
Let's
something.
go.
Uh,
I had to like process that real quick. I was like, is that a good thing? I was like, wait a minute. No,
Yeah.
it is, it is a
oh,
good
I
thing.
mean, sorry, a down slope as in the graph.
You're
you know,
losing weight.
like-
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
good. Okay. Like, I had to process. I was like, wait a minute.
yeah.
No, good shit. Good shit. I am proud of you.
Able. Anyway, that's why I'm tired.
How's the rest of us doing though?
Yeah, chilling.
I haven't talked to you guys in a minute. In a while.
Yeah, just just
Yeah.
living.
Yeah,
Surviving.
Getting by.
There's been a question kind of like flying around in my head that I've been like too ashamed to ask, but
Here we
when
go.
the hell did we record that trivia episode? Because I remember missing two episodes, the Atsu episode and the episode with Nick and what's his name?
Chris.
It was
Yeah, Nick and Chris.
I think it was the week. No, it was like in August sometime. I feel like that was recorded.
Yeah. Sometime like in August.
Yeah, late August, early
Is that- I
September.
don't remember why I missed that. I wonder if I just slept through it.
I think you were
Yeah, you
schlepp.
definitely did.
Yeah, you're asleep.
You were schlepp.
Damn.
Because we all got together and we are gonna do some videos, and you never showed up, so we're just like, fuck it, let's do it.
Wait, well, no. Wasn't it Jova's idea to get on at that certain?
Was,
Yeah,
it, was it
remember?
that time?
That was
It
the
might have
I'm
been.
pretty sure
I
it was
think-
that time.
I think it was the weekend of the Atsu episode because Atsu was recorded on like a Tuesday our time or something like that. Along those lines.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Because we were gonna do the waifu tier list,
Yeah.
and you're like, "All right, we'll all get on at this date," and you were the only one not there. So we're like,
And
"Oh,
then,
Oh,
we
that's right.
yeah, and then we pivoted because we were like, we'll wait for everyone to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
So we
okay.
pivoted and we did all those stuffs instead. It's like,
that JGP extra was the creme de la creme."
hey, let them know, bro. But honestly, though, we need to think of some more ideas. So leave them down in the comments.
Yeah, for sure.
We gotta do another recording session soon for some more extras. That's for sure.
Hell yeah, it was good fun.
I'm down.
Let's do a recording session right now.
Of the GGP podcast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Good, Great, Perfect, episode 28. I'm gonna start off straight away and say, if that subscribe button is red, hit it. Just trust me. It's good things will happen if you do hit the subscribe button. Because I know there's like 47.3% of you aren't subbed. I don't understand why.
That's crazy.
That is bugging. So, we do us a great favor. You guys could hit that. We're almost at 1,500 subscribers, which is absolutely mental. So we'd really appreciate if you could hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. It tells YouTube that we're doing a good job and, push that video everywhere. But we're here once again for another episode of GGP. Lots to talk about today, primarily on the global side, as we finally, after about 30 episodes of talking about 10.0, it has been released finally for once. So we'll get into that today. Also, not that much news on the JP side of the game, just a few legends that have dropped. And I mean, these legends are quite good, so it might spur some good discussion there. Plus a ton of questions from the viewers. Some good ones as well, actually. So those will be really interesting to talk about. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Straight in, we're hopping in. No dilly-dallying around.
Let's get it.
Ichiban Kuji. I didn't even say we got the whole crew here today as well. So shout out to everyone. There you go. That's the first
Hey.
shout out. We're gonna use it on ourselves for
When
once.
was the
so-
last time we
Oh,
were all
shit.
together?
Man,
Uh,
when's the last time GGP got shouted out though? It's
That's
been,
my
like, since,
question.
Oh, man.
That-
Yeah,
Come
more
on, Nick.
often.
What are you doing, man?
That's my question. So shout out to us, So we'll take that one for today. But
Oof.
yeah, so the Ichiban Kuji collab has happened, and that was a collaboration. Ichiban Kuji is a company in Japan that makes a bunch of figurines and keychains and such, and that collaboration has occurred now and is, I don't know if it's live on the JP or if it's coming soon, but the JP version will be receiving 2 new characters, a Strength Luffy and a Strength Nami, both pullable in the Sugo Fest, one for one in the 4th multi, that being Luffy, second multi being Nami's. Luffy is a super type as well, which is honestly quite interesting in itself.
Yeah, that's just for random units to release it. Like, oh, let's
Yeah.
just give them super type. Just,
I think
why
it's like an attack boost super type as well, though. So it's very interesting with that. So they're coming out, so make sure you look forward to that. Also, a very good event tied to it. It is it's like a drop island that drops a lot of Almighty manuals and such, and as well as Pirate Rumble scrolls and like around those things, and then you get those units that will boost the drops there. So obviously, make sure if you might be a good idea to look at pulling for those units to get some more drops. Obviously, Pirate Rumble scrolls, aren't always that easy to come by. So make sure you hop in and get in those. But nothing really too much there. Honestly, pretty exciting that it's been labeled as a collab. It was labeled as a collab with the newsletter. So honestly, pretty exciting in all things considered there. I wanted to say though on this, like One Piece recently did a lookbook collab with Gucci, so I'm waiting for the One Piece
Yeah.
Gucci units.
Yeah.
In,
Oh,
Let's
bro.
go.
I'm loving all these. I'm loving all these collabs with like real life things that come out. Like because they make cool looking characters, they make cool looking merchandise. I mean, I'm probably not gonna buy it, but it's cool that it exists.
All I'm saying is I'm waiting for Luffy to come in with the Gucci drip and pull for him as a legend.
Oh,
So
dude.
that's all. But no, it's honestly exciting to see these collabs happening with with actual like figurine makers or like designer clothing and stuff. So good job, Treasure Cruise, as per usual. But the big crux of Japan this last fortnight has been Halloween. The Halloween seasonal event has rolled around once again for the Japan side of Treasure Cruise, and we get with it 2 new legends. Legend V4 Law, which is honestly kind of
Why?
and
Why?
V3 Mihawk.
Hold on.
Why
Hold on,
did they
just-
decide to choose those 2 in particular? Like,
Law
come
makes no
on.
sense.
I
Law
have a better-
makes no sense.
I have a better question. Isn't it version 5 law because of Luffy law?
I don't know if we really count the dual units
I
anymore.
personally do, but a
I
lot of
don't
people
count
don't.
it.
I don't care. I'm just gonna say V4.
Just
'cause
Halloween Law, Halloween Mihawk.
Yeah, but like it
Yeah.
just makes no sense, right? Because literally 3 months beforehand we had One Piece or something along those
Not
lines.
even
right?
3
It's
months.
like 2
yeah.
months or some
Yeah.
short period of time. So we already had a law, and then we have another one. It maybe like the One Piece Day law was thought of after the Halloween. I don't know. So, but a law really these units are good, really strong int type, super type units as well. Both of them are. So we'll start with the law first. Law 4.25 times the int at the start of the chain, 1.4 times HP. He just removes 10 turns of despair, and he does an AoE damage of 100 times the damage he received in the previous turn, and he boosts attack by 0.15 after each perfect.
That's a great captain
It's
effect.
very solid. It's
Yeah.
just a solid captain effect in itself.
I gotta say, like, I'm actually not hating all these strong captains. Like at first, when we were getting 5 times boosters, I was really mad because I was like, this is too much. But they're coming out, and I'm kind of excited for the possibilities.
Like, I don't mind them doing it as long as it's like relatively restricted to like one class or one type. But when they start getting into like multiples or start doing
Luffy
rainbows, like
Sanji.
it's
Luffy
dumb.
Sanji itself.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
But like, it's a good unit though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a very strong unit, and it's a solid captain. Any captain that has the inbuilt like 10 turns removal of X effect debuff is always going to be good. 10
Yeah.
turns of despair
Yeah.
is huge.
It's weird because that's like the 3rd legend now that's removed despair. Because like they did Stampede Luffy,
Yep.
the Sweet Commanders did it, and now
Yep.
this guy does it.
Very true.
I think there was something that I kind of always never really appreciated enough, and that was the fact that Luffy what's his name? Luffy Ace, they can remove like any amount of despair. And that's been like, what is he, like 2 years old now? So like
Yeah.
it seems
Yeah.
like 10 turns. I mean, it's nice, but I wouldn't mind if we got more
Man,
than that.
if only Luffy and Ace were good, huh?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Shout out to those
So
guys.
Law special, actually just a pretty solid special, 2.25 orbs for int, and then he gets a 1-turn death immunity, and then the following turn 2.5 times orbs for int. So that following turn is like the little clock timer. So no perfects, none of that kind of stuff. It's just the next turn you're gonna get a 2.5 times orb boost. And on top of that, 1 turn of death of immunity, which is just bonkers.
Yeah,
in
so like
itself.
you survive on 1 HP, so like the enemy just does a shit ton of damage, you live, and then you just repel it back with his captain effect.
Yeah. So like a lot of units that will have things like death damage and and a lot of times the units will have crazy death damage, 50k, 100k. And then you multiply that by 100 and do that back, like a lot of damage output from this unit.
Yeah.
His super type is really lackluster though, only recovering 50% of max HP. I say only, but like it's not that good. I don't know. Like
it's weird.
I don't know. I don't see where it will be that useful. I mean, I guess I do see it. Well, I don't know though.
I mean, like if you're running him for like high diff content, I guess like
Makes
it's just a
sense, yeah.
free 50%.
Survivability for sure.
Because like double lore with like the Moby Dick, that's a lot of health. So you're healing heaps back.
I mean, 1.4 times HP as well to int characters is massive in the captain ability too. So like you're getting a lot of HP.
Yeah,
so a lot of survivability there too.
Is that
super type's all right though?
Is that death immunity like Bartos? Like if you get hit more than once by 2 different enemies, then you still die?
Yeah, you'll die.
You would die, yeah. It's
Well,
not that, like it's not.
That's not usually an issue, except in like Forest, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, like, and then I know. I mean, like now these days we have to look at the Pirate Rumble ability. So his Pirate Rumble special. So I'm gonna like put the caveat now is that whenever we talk about the Pirate Rumble abilities, it's always gonna be the max level ones. I know that it's not the best to do that, but it's just a lot easier to discuss the max level one. So his Pirate Rumble special is 100% silence to all enemies for 8 seconds and 1.5 times attack to enemies in a middle sideways range on a 25-second cooldown.
Like that is insane.
That's bonkers. An 8-second silence.
Like that can be procced so many times throughout the fight just to silence them.
He's so good. He's genuinely so strong. 8-second silence and 100%. I mean, this is at max. I think it goes up 10% every time you level it up as well. Okay. So I think if you feed one scroll, like one like gold scroll, you can get to like level 5 or level 6 off one scroll or whatever it is. Around that much, maybe a little less, but still, like 100% chance to silence all enemies for 8 seconds, which is a long ass time. And he does, he does damage in medium range. Very, very strong. 25-second cooldown, legit, like just very bonkers. And his ability is int speed level 8 and then enemy defense down level 1. Fantastic. Like int teams have just gotten a crap ton stronger with this unit here. So Law's strong. Law's a very good PvP unit. I think he's gonna do a lot of work in terms of damage output, in terms of
just
PvE and PvP.
Just more int support, which is exactly what they needed.
Yes, indeed. I mean, if it's just speaking about int support, how about this V3 Mihawk though? Mihawk comes in with a -1 cooldown, 5 times int attack until you hit anything less than a perfect. And then if you hit less than a perfect, it's 4 times, 1.3 times HP, and removes 10 turns of paralysis in his captain ability.
That's so fucked.
Jesus,
it's so
Jesus,
it's so good.
It's just a really I'd prefer to use Mihawk over Law in terms of captain. Mihawk just seems a little like a little more solid. I mean, like I guess you have to run the caveat of not being able to hit a perfect.
But really cool thing is both these characters have barrier penetration.
I didn't even realize that.
And it's the buffed version now on JP.
Well, yeah, so it still counts.
So they're actually pretty good, eh? Pretty good.
They're pretty good. His special comes in as a 15% HP cut, 10 turn. He removes 10 turns of percent damage reduction, 2.25 times attack for int, and then after 3 perfects, 2.5 times attack. Just like really good as well. It is a solid unit. Like I don't think it's like, does it shift the meta or does it like? I don't think
No,
it does anything in that sense, but it's just a solid captain.
I always like these kind of units that are really strong and like when Sanji Luffy came out, I was like just mad because they're just too
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I say that I said that this is fucked, Mihawk, but he's not at all. I mean, he's just good.
Yeah. It's very similar to like Legend Smoker when he came out. Like he's very slept on, but he's a very solid unit.
Yeah.
He's very strong. Like, he's nothing like wow, like this guy's gonna be like, he's gonna be a milestone unit, he's gonna be a meta shifter, but he's just a very strong overall unit. So like, I mean, Mihawk's sick. And then his super type though, I mean, we always say if a super type gives you matching orbs, it's already a win. So his super type gives you a full board of matching orbs, and he gives himself 1,000 times additional typeless damage for 1 turn. So that's a bonus damage that you get from things like, V2 Katakuri special, even things like Raid Sabo back in the day, those kinds of things. So even so 1,000 times, only to himself though, so you have to remember that, but that's a lot of extra damage. Assuming his attack is what, like 2,000 or so, another 2 million damage on top of his regular tap, which in itself is just obscene amount in total when you're putting it together with other specials and stuff too. So he's got a lot of damage output, that boy. And then he's special in his ability. So his special being he gives himself 5 times he gives himself level 5 attack for 10 seconds and deals 3 times his attack to an enemies in a large forward range at a 40 second.
He hits very
like a
hard.
truck. He's a truck.
Rain.
My guy is like, and I've been watching a lot of content on a Pyro Rumble for JP, and I've just seen him just chucked into teams because he's very versatile.
What is that passive?
No. We'll get to that. Don't worry about the passive.
That's
bro.
nasty, dude.
So his passive is for each crit he hits, he gives the enemy defense down level 2 up to 4 times. So you can give it up to -8 defense down. So like you have to, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not okay. Like
reduce their defense and then he buffs himself and then hits really hard.
He gives himself level 5 attack and then he does 3 times his attack in a large forward range. He's hitting everyone on the field most of the time. And he's giving everyone defense down. Like it's this unit could be used as a front unit, like position 1. He could be used as a bench unit. Like he has a lot of versatility, which is honestly like ridiculous. Like both this Law and Mihawk give the team so much more firepower that it didn't need at all.
Yeah, like they actually needed it too.
No, like they do so much damage, and you bring this Law and this this Mihawk, they're doing bits now. So honestly, very scary, but they're very good units.
I'm still getting used to evaluating new legends based on their PvP abilities because I'm still, very new to.
It's an extra thing now that you have to encompass into the whole factoring of how good a legend is. Because nowadays we look at legends. Is this legend a PvE legend, a PvP legend? Is it both? Is it trash? Like it all pictures around that kind of sense of where that legend sits in content. Is it Luffy Sanji, which is good at PvE and PvP, and is trash because he's way too strong? It all factors around that. Just a few other things about the Halloween event. The new Halloween silhouette for TM got released, and I think the speculations are pudding because it makes little sense there for it to be pudding, just because like the hair and stuff, which would be kind of interesting in itself. And we can also see they have a Halloween Robin and Halloween Croc Island, which is just like a farmable event. I think the units are also obviously similar to like the treasure hunt event, I think, in that sense. And there's like 25 or so gems from Chopper Man missions, so make sure you don't miss out on those. Lots of gems, obviously, lots of good rewards and all that fun stuff.
I have a question. So about Law, I don't know if his boost, is it like a 2-turn boost, or is it like following turn, like it activates
Kizuna Moria, how when you use his special, he has a little clock down the bottom of in the buffs. That's to signify that after that many turns, the next boost procs.
I see. So you can use it like in stage 2 Kizuna, and then it activates stage 3, even if there's like a preemptive or like
I think so. Yeah. So it'll be like good. It'd be 2.25 boost. I think it's orb boost, and then the following turn a 2.5 times orb boost.
That's super
Yeah,
good for Kizuna.
except for it can get blown away.
Yeah, that's the only issue
Yeah.
there. It gets
Oh.
blasted. The man gets decimated, but not that common, fortunately enough. But we also had a Colo Page 1. He came out, did some things.
Skrillex.
No, there you go.
And that specific Coliseum showcases where like how the new lore is going to just dominate, because
Yeah.
like there's like pieces of like there's like boss fights where like so like the enemy revives and then does damage to you, and then like at the end of that turn he'll like give himself damage immunity, but because he does damage to you, like lore reflects it back and then kills
Yep.
him after he revives straight away. It's awesome.
I think it's stage 4 against Sobermask. I think
Yeah.
that's where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the lore does bits. Also, the V3 Blackbeard finally gets to shine a little bit. He's very useful for that Coliseum too. He does
yeah,
work in
both
that
the
Coliseum.
super types did bits about
So
against
in
him.
on the come up again. So very
Love to see
exciting.
it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? You know. Yeah, so this Colo Page 1, 80% damage reduction for 1 turn, 5 turns. It removes 5 turns of chain lock. And the interesting part here, depending on how many specials have been used, for 1 turn, lock chain as followed. So if it's 0 to 2, it's a 3 times chain lock. 3 to 4, it's 3.25. And if it's 5 specials, 3.5. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's unique. It's a new type of thing we haven't seen before.
So I think it doesn't TM Zorojuro do something similar with damage though? Is that how many specials he does?
That's
It's how many specials he does.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
There's like
Overall,
all these new mechanics, like potential ones that could be added to Sugo Fest.
I like them. I like that they're thinking of like of new,
Yeah.
like it's not like, and the thing is, it's not necessarily like out of the box, like whoa, no one could have ever thought of this, but little things like that are always really nice because then it gets your brain, moving. Like if I use a unit that has double special, I can use them twice, and then I can charge this up, so you can do more specials and get more damage output, which is always really interesting when it comes to the whole mechanic of team building and stuff. Inherently very exciting. And finally, I don't know if we mentioned it in the pre-show or the pre-show, we have someone's under arrest. Knight is getting done by the feds, bro. Hey, if we don't hear from Knight again, you've been a nice co-host. Rest in peace, my guy. We'll try to bail you out. The GGP money will get pushed to the bail. But no, so PR, Moria, and Perona, these are the new pullable new pullable Pirate Rumble units. So their specials are 15% HP cut in a sideways medium range and 100% chance to special seal one enemy with high attack. That's a 29-second special. Pretty unique.
Who's this?
This is Moria and Perona.
Oh, right.
Yeah. This is pretty unique. Not unique, sorry, but like interesting. 100% chance to special seal one enemy with high attack. It works out when you have I think recently, especially on the global tirade, we've been seeing B3 Sakazuki doing like 9, 10, 11k damage. So this could be definitely a counter to something like that for sure.
Are these PvP rare recruits, are they only really good in like their debut PvP? Or are they like
it depends.
Treasure map recruits are only good like for that treasure map.
No, they're good all the time.
They're good always, yeah. Generally, at least. I mean, like they've also been benefited by the buff system as well. Like, I mean, like looking at like the Neko, Otama, and Jozu, all of them, if they had not been buffed, they wouldn't be used as much as they are now. I feel so.
Oh yeah, the PvP buffs. Yeah.
Yeah, very fortunate that we have like that little buffing. I think a new one's coming out as well. If I think I heard correctly. So a new round of buffs for units will be coming out. So hopefully we get some shaking up in the meta in that sense. But Perona and Moria also their ability level 5 HP from the start of battle for 30 seconds, level 2 defense up to themselves. It's nothing too special. Level 5 HP is always nice, a little bit more survivability, and they get some defense up for themselves. So makes a little bit of sense. Maybe a bench unit could be. Who knows?
For sure.
They're okay.
They're okay. That's Japan though. Didn't really have much this time around, fortunately enough.
That's totally backwards.
Yeah, it is. It always feels weird. Usually, as soon as an episode, Japan comes out with like so much news and so much cool stuff, but Global finally paves the way with 10.0. It's here. It's live. We have the new home screen. We have 300 Candy. We have Pirate Rumble. It's all going crazy. Just a few things. So Colo Kizaru is currently out. Make sure you go farm that ASAP. They did us a solid by giving us 4 orbs in the Trouble Man missions and like 7 gems. So no excuse to not finish your Colo Kizaru. Clash Mr. Zero or Clash Croc V2 will be coming out very soon as well. The treasure hunt event is also scheduled to come out. This is basically just like the Dressrosa toy collecting event in which you collect these pages and you get a bunch of really nice rewards like tablets. You get a limited rare recruit ticket, a support ticket, which I think is Is this the first time we've had a support ticket, or have we had one prior?
Dude, because I was just thinking the other day, because I was like, I'm obviously like using these new characters a lot, and one character I wish I had is Support Brulee.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Same.
So, I'd love to get
Okay.
her.
So I think yeah. So like
Oh,
support
and
ticket.
Global's gonna
always-
have Tengoku in their ticket.
That's very true. And then we get 2 of them because we get one for the adversary side and one for the villain. The adventure and the adversary side. So like
That's
it'd be-
huge.
And then obviously 2 limited rare crew tickets. We also get 2 legend tickets, bunch of tablets, bunch of scrolls. I think it's like 30 gems overall or around that much. Limit break materials too. So Crazy
Wow.
Island. You do have to collect 300 of each page, which seems like a lot, but I believe there are characters that dupe drops. So, make sure to build your teams as best you can to have those characters in there to minimize how many runs you do and, maximize, how many you get out of it. But
And then there's the 2 free-to-play units that come alongside that.
yes, the Cavendish
So the
and the
Cavendish.
another Sakazuki. Hold on.
Yeah, so the Cavendish, he's a 12-turn cooldown, and he's like the strength one. So he's like the what's the adversaries and what are the other ones?
I think it's like
Yeah.
Allies.
Allies. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the ally, and he removes Rainbow Shield by 5 turns. Quick and Dex Orbs are beneficial for 2 turns, and then 2 turns of a 2.75 chain lock. It's pretty good. And he makes Int Orbs beneficial as a sub for strength units.
always nice.
And then the Sakazuki is an Int character, and I can't find him on the database.
Awesome. These are like Todd said,
Here it
free,
is.
these are free units, and you farm their limit break materials. I think you get them from the Trouble Man missions as well.
Yeah, I
So,
think that makes
yeah.
sense.
You
It's
do.
all achieved by just playing the island as much as like to get 300 total.
And the
Go ahead, Tom.
Sakazuki removes 5 turns of bind, reduces defense by 100% for a turn,
Yep.
and deals 250 times his attack as end of turn damage for 2 turns.
It's really good for a free to play unit.
And then
Both
strength
of them
orbs
are really good.
beneficial as well as a sub. Yeah, he's a good unit. They're both good. And I think
And then-
I think they'll be boosted on the treasure map.
100% they'll be boosted. There's no way they aren't. It'd be kind of odd if they weren't. So
Dude, treasure map
fingers
is going
crossed.
to be a pain.
hey, turn around's gonna suck.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
but
it
we
al-
all
it
need to
always-
farm it. We all need to farm it though, unfortunately.
Yeah, we all need materials now.
Also, we
Oh.
have had the Lottery Island event. So make sure you're doing
When do
that
they
every day.
finish?
We have one will be finishing soon, I think. And
Oh,
then
they're
there's-
like 2 rounds?
there's 2 rounds. Yeah.
Ah, beautiful.
It's also, I think it's like 25 people get 500 gems and like 50 and then 100 or something like that. So
Like,
like,
nice to win one of those once.
yeah, you're dreaming, mate.
Who do we know that got that?
Rose.
Rose. That's right. That's right. Shout out to. I'm just
Clown.
kidding.
No, don't waste one now. I'm
love
dying.
you,
Hold
Rose.
on.
Oh,
All right,
rest in
I'm
peace,
back.
Poppy.
We're still dying.
Oh, that was quick.
3 times EXP ship as well. So make sure you go farm some turtles and get yourself some EXP. Your pirate level is waiting for you.
Oh, and click those rookie missions too.
Yes, there's so many. Dude, the first rookie mission was 3 mil. Second rookie mission was 6 mil. Third rookie
Ooh.
mission was 10.8 mil EXP.
Yeah, that's
So,
a
like-
double jack in the ship.
Double jack in the ship. And I mean, like, clearing those 3 will get you from like level 1 to like level like 600 probably, or like 500 around that maybe.
It's so much E EXP.
That's,
It's a
that's
lot.
probably an
So, like-
exaggeration, but man, that'd be so fucked.
That's way exact. I think it's like 350, 100 max. So like,
Yeah.
but still though, like it's a lot. Like,
Like
Nothing-
close to
nothing
20 million EXP.
yeah, very good. And then gem snail event. How's your gem snails going, guys? How many
Very-
gems you got?
Very average. I haven't exceeded 8 on any given day. 8 gems total.
I
think
keep
I'm-
forgetting to do that shit.
I'm
Bro.
4 for 20. I'm 4 for 20 so far on
Oh, like
gem.
4
I haven't gotten.
4 total, yeah. So
Oh,
horrid.
damn.
100
What'd you get,
times. What'd you get? Nice, sorry, yeah.
Oh, I haven't gotten any 5 gems yet. I've only been getting the 3 gems. I
I've
think I got
one
like
5 gem. Yeah.
8. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
And then also 100% skill up happened for a day and it's coming back for another day. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Global sucks at skill up for some reason. I don't know why they don't do it.
We didn't even get the perma skill up.
I don't understand why they haven't given us perma skill up yet.
I don't
It
get it.
literally makes no sense to me, but we move, we keep pushing. And then final little bit is Ray Shop had 2 raid tickets and rare recruit tickets. Is this the first time we've had that?
Yeah,
Very interesting.
I think so.
it is. Not that I got anything new, but it was exciting nonetheless.
It's a lot though, like 2 limited rare recruit tickets and 2 raid
That's
tickets.
a lot of Rayleigh points.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But always very nice to have that option available for you.
If it
Kind of
goes
weird you
without-
guys didn't get the limited one.
I
Oh,
We
yeah.
feel
didn't
like
get,
it'll probably be for our anniversary.
but we're gonna wait that long. Oh wait, no, that ticket's gonna be dirty. That
Yeah,
ticket's gonna be so good
that'd
when it
be
comes out.
nasty. Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on, run it back. That ticket's gonna be kind of tight, dude. Hold on.
It's gonna be from
Every-
Kaido onwards.
Every legend's gonna be sick. Like every legend's gonna be good on that ticket. So
V3 law onwards, please. Because
Hey,
that's all
hold
I'm missing.
hey, hold on.
Oh
They
no,
might
that's
do-
not true.
You never know though. They might do like some 6-month shit. Who knows? Our anniversary might go crazy. Yoshi's at the helm. God knows
Maybe-
where this ship is going.
maybe
Dude, for sure.
That's everyone for like New Year's or something.
Just give us free legends.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
'cause
man.
you-
I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen for New Year's because I feel like they're doing something big.
Yoshi was after JP6, Danny, right?
Prior,
Yes.
Or was
Also
it? So
prior.
he was in the game before that.
oh, I see. Okay,
But
I was gonna
by
say
the
because this
time-
might be the first Annie after Yoshi.
By the time he came in, though, I think there were already plans. set in
Everything was
stone.
set in stone. Yeah, it seemed
So
like it.
there was a certain point in time where he started doing things. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like he had his hand in French Annie though. Global.
He definitely did One Piece Day. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. He did One Piece there. Because there's
Yeah.
no way that Sugo would have ever happened if Yoshi wasn't at the helm for that.
Correct.
So
I
shout out to that guy. There you go. You can take that
for
one.
I still can't get over French Annie. French Annie was really monumental.
No, so we don't like French Annie might also become a taboo subject because of how good it was. Like it was actually
Yeah.
dirty.
That was
Yeah,
the,
it
that's
was.
the best Sugar Fest that's ever happened ever.
It doesn't feel okay to talk about it though, you know? It just felt
Nah.
like I feel discussing it. It was like 78 legends and 25 multis. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's not
But-
okay. Like, it's just not
That's
okay.
Guaranteed ones.
There's,
Yeah,
there's gotta
exactly.
be there's gotta be 1 or 2 people listening that are like, "Fuck you guys! I got the worst shit ever in that Suga."
Probably.
Oh,
but
It always happens to
All
someone.
been there.
yeah, we've all been there. We've played this game long
Yeah, for
enough
sure.
to feel it. So we know what's up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sugos, though, super tight banner.
Oh, man, we've
It's
been waiting for this
out.
one.
It has dropped. We've been waiting for this one so long. The speculations, the Captain Papi TM milestone Sugo is here. Snake Man, V2 Cat, V3 Kata, V2 Blackbeard, and my boy Sarbingtons, the 16th, are all out and about, ready to go for some super type adventure fun.
Let's go.
Good Sugo Fest. Overall, the structure kind of exceeded my expectations. I don't know. What did you guys think with the Sugo structure?
Yeah, the sale kind
Pretty
of
good.
sucked. I think it would have been nicer if we had a bit more gems in the sales.
We'll get
But
to
at
the
least
sale.
they had a high limit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess it's not the same
No,
topic.
you're right. But like, we'll get to the sale. But like, what like did you guys like? Obviously, like on the JP version, we knew that these units were guaranteed on the 20th multi. Did you guys expect Global to end up getting the same deal or what?
I knew that if we didn't get it, there would be outrage.
I agree,
I-
but I
I'm
didn't
really glad we
expect it. I still didn't expect it though.
Because like essentially every banner that's been of relative importance that's come from JP side of things has typically been like the same in terms of relative structure or better from what I've seen on the global side of things. There haven't been too many situations where it's actually been a worse Sugo Fest on global. So I feel like the super types pretty much had to be, guaranteed on 20. But then adding the all red multi, like bruh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Global is just teasing JP now with this all red multi every
I
time.
don't get why JP
Yeah.
don't have it at this point.
So
I
just like
actually can't believe they don't.
no, honestly though, like a quick rundown. Nothing too special at the Sugo Fest. Just a bunch of rate boosts, bunch of regular legend pulls, and a bunch of June 2019 pulls. So tons of good legends available.
I think
But-
every guaranteed red poster is from February 2018.
Yeah,
on-
exactly that too as well. So the main sticking points are the second multi is either Chopper or Nami, that being on part 1 and part 2, which are currently out right now as of recording this. Fifth multi was all red. Sixth multi was 6 times legend rate, and the and the 20th multi was the guaranteed unit.
I did that 6 multi, and I was trying to like determine whether it was 6 times on top of the original 3
No,
or
No,
that'd be too OP. It was pretty good though. I think I got 4 reds.
70%
I got
chance
no
for a
red.
red.
I got no reds on the Luffy banner and 3 reds on the cutter.
Yeah, it's about average. About 2. About 2.
Yeah, you
reds.
should average about 2.
I think Atsu got like 6 or 7 or something like that, which
Yeah,
is
I think so.
obscene.
I got 5 on one of mine.
I think I got
Damn.
3 or 4
Finally.
on mine.
Oh,
My red
on the-
rating
I,
total was kind of shit, to be honest.
I actually
yeah,
got
Dill's vids are like he rarely got like any reds in the middle.
I actually got one that was 11 reds in a row.
Oh,
Look at this guy. Which multi might that one have been, mate?
Oh, I can't remember. I think it was around like after the
Between
fourth.
the 4th and the 6th.
Yeah,
Someone
that sounds about right.
right about right there. But how do we go? How did our super type banner so far? I mean, part 3 and 4 are coming out basically a week from when the banners dropped. So I think in 4 days, 3 days, 4 days
Long banners.
from now, from
Wednesday
when
out
we're recording this.
Australia, so Tuesday
Yeah.
for most people.
Yeah. How did our first set of super type banner pools go?
I didn't get any of it, but I got a lot of stuff. I'm not missing too much
Yeah.
now, all things considered.
How'd you go? What'd you get? Spill it out for the class.
Let me see. Luffy, Zoro, Chopper, Mihawk, Perona, and V3 Rayleigh. So now I'm pretty much just missing V3 Law, V2 or V3 Akainu, and then the 4 new legends. Which makes
Super
makes
types.
me it makes me really salty that they release like 5 new legends in like quick succession. Because like other than that, I would only be missing 1, which is crazy.
Yeah. Todd, how'd you go?
Actually, pretty good. I was expecting to go quite deep on these banners, but luckily I was blessed and got Luffy very early, and then I got to the 10th multi and got Katakuri on the 10th, which is pretty dope. And I will be planning to do at least 5 on Blackbeard's banner, and hopefully get either a Kainu or Blackbeard himself would be pretty hype.
Yes.
Knight, how did your ones go? Your global ones?
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I got stuff I wanted. I got V3 Kuzan. I got Mihawk Piranha, who I really wanted. Got Shanks Crew, who I really wanted. Who else did I get?
Knight doesn't lose when it comes to Sugo Fest. I swear to God. He never
I
does.
got V3 Ray, but I didn't want him at all.
No one
so
wants
we're not
that
talking
guy.
about him.
no one wants that guy.
Yeah.
Dill, how'd you go?
I got Soba Mess too.
Oh,
Yeah, I
shit, you
forgot.
did, yeah.
Hey. Oh, so did Alex finally.
Like 24 multis. Got Luffy on the 16th.
Mhm.
Got got the whole batch as well from those 16, and then got Katakuri on the 8th and got his batch as well.
Nice. I finally got a W, boys. We finally did it.
Very good.
We finally did it.
You've
So I
had
got-
W's.
I got Sabo on the 3. I got Snake on the 2nd, and I got Kato on the 15th.
Oh man.
I also ended up getting V3 Ray, which is, doo-doo. And then I got Kuromasaki as well. So 2 legends I was missing on top of that. So I'm going to be pulling on the Blackbeard part as well, chasing Blackbeard and V3 Arca as well. So
I'm kind of salty I missed your polls. I don't know what I was doing at the time, but I wish I would have seen it. That would
trust me, bro. I was gassed. I saw Sabo and I was like, this guy can't.
because
But he's
you
free.
can tell, like most of the
can't
time,
complain.
I feel like most of the time that I watch your polls, it's just despair central.
Sleeping on Sabo, he looks like so much fun to use. That's the only reason why I want him.
He actually does look fun to use. Yeah, that's true.
Too bad he's a
understand the
strength color
box.
affinity.
Sabo though.
Too bad he's strength color affinity, not rainbow. Oh, no.
Like, just that alone would make him so much better.
If he got rainbow, he'd be like the best sub in the game, hands down.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but he'd be
I'll
close.
say it. I'll say
I'll say it.
because you could put him in like any team, and the damage output would be obscene. Like the amount of damage you'd get out of a team would be bonkers.
Especially with like super types like themselves. giving
Exactly.
Additional affinity. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it'd be a lot of work. I think overall pretty successful super type banner. Also one of the cool things is we are getting free. We get 2 free multis when the banner first dropped. We're getting 2 free multis on part 3 and 4, and then 2 free multis a week later. I think it is. So 6 total.
Yeah, it's when the banner dropped, then on the 6th, and then the 13th.
Yeah. So I think that's right before TM as well, which is actually pretty cool. So
Yeah.
very exciting. And then the multi counter carries over.
Yeah,
So if
they
you
don't
did,
reset.
yeah, so if you did pulls on like Snake or you did pulls on the Kata, for example, and you're not sure if you want to continue pulling on them and you wait till Blackbeard, you don't have to worry about, resetting those pulls or like you're missing out on anything big. You can continue pulling on those parts and, obviously move further up in the categories there. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. I think we're all pretty satisfied with the Super Type ban. I think the drop was quite good. Rare recruits, as per usual, had horrible rates. I mean, for the majority of players. So, that just comes par with the course now when it comes to these big Sugo Fests. So we move on. I think the biggest part, though, is with these gem sales. Now, hold on. Did I see a 50 gem pack for discounted price? What is happening, Global?
Should have been 100 gems.
Okay, that'd been too much.
Baby steps.
I feel like I don't know if I got this and then forgot about it, but I don't remember this pack at all. Because I
bought it too fast. That's why.
I guess because I was reading the episode plan and I saw that and I was like, wait, for real? And I went and looked all over the fucking the gem sale.
This guy bought it way too quick that he didn't even realize he bought it.
Dude, I don't know what happened.
It was like a 50 gem pack for Australians. I think it was $15. I think US was like $8 or $9.
What the fuck?
It was 50 gems and it was like a rookie. And it came with like some Hime turtles and it came with like a berry. 50 gems, which is bonkers. Like, we've never seen the likes of this on Global, period. And it happened. It finally happened. Yoshi's pulling through for the gang. I'm proud of him. He's doing work for once. Just kidding. He does a lot of work, but no, it's good. It's a good step. But then they took a step backwards by giving us a 100 gem pack. Why?
Yeah. I was pretty upset with that.
What was the celebration that we had like recently that was like 115 gems or
French Annie? I think it was.
Did One Piece as well?
One Piece Day or French Annie had 115 gem packs. It was that.
I guess because this is like occasionless, maybe.
No, but
not really,
it's
'cause
not
it's
though. It's the 10.0 drop and it's
PvP.
the super type drop and it's more valuable in my opinion to buy the PvP gem pack than it is to buy the 100 gem pack.
Because those stuff that comes on top of the gems is like pretty crap. It's like a guaranteed skill up book and a feast.
As it usually is, like that kind of doo-doo stuff that we don't really.
Dude, if that 100 gem pack came with the scrolls as well.
Oh, it's over. I'll just snap those up. I'll just snap all 7 in a heartbeat. Go on.
I think I need to double check, but I noticed something earlier in the gem store. The big pack, like the standard like permanent pack, that's it's 55 US and it's 90 gems now permanently. Is it?
I think it's limited time for just this.
Yeah,
until
period.
like October like 14th or whatever. I think the gem sales end like the 18th. So it's only one of those things where it's like unlimited, but it's 90 gems as opposed to 80.
That sucks. Like, it would have been totally nice if it just did it forever because it wouldn't even be a big deal.
It would be good. You get 90 gems for like instead of 85. It's always going to be more profitable. But like, it's all right. No, I think it's positive. Like, it's a positive step in the right direction, and like we're moving in a good place. Hopefully,
if they drop one of those 50 gem packs for like $8 US, that's perfect. They need to keep doing that for sure.
I kept saying it every time. I was like, watch them look at the revenue they make from the Sugo Fest and see a huge spike because of that gem pack. Because the amount of people that don't spend money in this game that would have spent money to buy that gem pack would have been an obscene number of players.
Yeah, it's just additional revenue.
It's a lot of money that comes in. A multi for $8. Like, come on, we've never seen that. Like, like it doesn't happen normally. So for that to drop, like it needs to happen more often though.
Actually, we did. Remember when they screwed up the limit break?
Oh no, that's right.
Technically, you could get like 80 gems for like the price of like 10.
Yeah, that was when Cobb pulled Kurumasaki on the free or something like that,
and then Nami on the discounted.
And then he got his gems refunded, so he got paid to pull. That was a time to be. What a time to be alive, dude. But no, it's a good step. 10.0 has been sick. Speaking of 10.0 as well, 6 plus Fuji's out. Make sure you go to revolve him. He's kind of cool.
In Pirate Rumble too.
Very strong in Pirate Rumble.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So,
there's another feature that I think is way better, and that's increased box space. Finally.
Oh, true.
Dude, I mean,
3,000 box space is out.
This makes me miss Gem Valley. I know this is taboo, but
no,
I'm just saying. That's all I'll say about it before I get arrested by
Nick's
By the
joining
higher
call
ups.
as Nick's joining the call as you speak.
Oh, shit.
No, but like, yeah, Pirate Rumble. Let's talk about that. That's gonna be the big point today.
Oh,
Pirate
man.
Rumble.
Screw the
I have
Screw
lots of opinions.
Screw
But before,
Capone.
Tell 'em, tell 'em.
before we get into the opinions, I want to go over the Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest real quick. So that was where we had the debut of V3 Akainu. Absolutely fantastic unit when it comes to Pirate Rumble. Hella damage. He does hella work. I think he was guaranteed on the 25th. So I think that's going to be pretty common for Global now. That 25, 30 range, sometimes 20 as well. And then also we had the on multis 1, 3, and 7, we had guaranteed Pirate Rumble.
Yeah, the
Very
Rumble.
good.
So they had the buffed versions too.
Exactly, which is what I'm going to get into. So the global meta is fucked. Global meta is actually messed up. We didn't get that fun grace period where we got to dominate people that knew nothing about the game because Atsu, you piece of trash, gave out the slasher team and every
That guy.
no shout out to that guy. He rescinded, redacted. No,
Yeah, I
I
can get
can't
behind
blame
that.
him. But like Todd said, the slasher team is very, very prevalent. You know, that team that consists of like Carrot, Kizaru, who else? Inu,
6+
Dofi. Like, it's not okay. Every single person in their dog is using that team, and I don't like it one bit at all. It's very
like-
frustrating.
It's like way too strong at the moment. It's like nothing really like competes against it. Really,
You
at the moment.
can't. Nothing yet, at least, until we get that
It-
white beard.
The problem is that we just don't have enough scrolls to level up a vast array of characters. So the fact that like there's one team that is like really good, everyone's leveling that one team. So any other team that basically is at like level 1, 2, or 3, you're not going to have any.
You
chance.
can't. You like if your ability and special aren't at least like 6+ to go against that team, like you can't.
The only team that can beat it is another slasher team, really.
Yeah, that's potentially has higher like levels, or it just gets RNG lucky with
Yeah.
like positioning and stuff. But I was gonna ask you guys, what are your initial thoughts on Pirate Rumble? Obviously, Knight's already dabbled in it, but what is your initial thought on Global Pirate Rumble?
Dude, it was very intimidating. I didn't start playing it until like pretty late because I was just there's so many characters. And I know there was that team that everyone was using, but it was just daunting like how many new things I have to learn about all the characters that I thought I already knew. So it's like a whole other side of the game. I mean, it's exciting in a way, like it's not a negative thing. It's just that I've been procrastinating too long because there's just so many new things that I got to learn about and get used to.
I agree.
So
Right.
I think that the longer it goes on, it won't be as big a deal.
Yeah.
But it will be interesting to see how the meta evolves, though, since everyone's going to be focusing on that particular team.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting because once that Whitebeard comes out, everything changes.
Oh, everyone's gonna be using that Whitebeard.
Me as well, of course. Why wouldn't it's weird because the global meta follows the JP meta where the buffs started. So, and the initial like JP meta was like tank teams, right? You had people using Capone, people using Bullet as like their main cruxes of their defense teams. But those teams, once like all the buffs came in, the teams aren't good. You can swamp those teams very easily with like a good balance of HP cuts and fixed damage.
Yeah.
Which is like what like my personal team is focused on just like targeting tank teams and just winning very, very easily, right? Slash teams, I just avoid those outright.
Yeah.
Because it's a coin flip if I beat the team or not. And I don't want to run that risk, especially when your win streak is so important, or not so important, but like it gives you more points. And I think it boosts you in terms of like where you get displayed, like for like defense, like for like people challenging you. I think I might be wrong on that, but it's a very weird spot. I mean, like it's always obviously fantastic that we have the Neko, Otama, and Jozu that came out with the buffs, because those 3 units honestly all 3 of them are worthwhile pulling for, and they're all 3 fantastic units as well.
Yeah, they're gonna be used a lot in the future.
Exactly. And I mean, like, pretty much every Rumble unit afterwards is like, all of them are very, very
The
strong
only one
units.
that I'm like not too sure on is the Sanji. I don't think the Sanji's like
You can chuck the
Amazing.
Sanji into like on the bench for teams, but he's not like he's not a required player in terms
Right.
of like teams and such. But I mean, maybe he gets a buff again. Who knows? Maybe it might turn crazy. It's very interesting to see where this meta is going to really go. What you go for it? Sorry.
I have a pretty superficial complaint about the PvP interface. It's kind of, considering what's going on the screen. 16 people just killing each other. I think the background is
Yeah.
kind of way too like cheerful, happy-go-lucky. It's kind of distracting. I wish it was just like a volcano or something, like a Marineford.
The championship matches looks a lot better.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
championships looks better, but the block matches kind of look doo
Like a Coliseum, and there's like
Yeah.
people in the crowd and stuff. Looks pretty cool.
Just got to get there first.
But
Facts.
that's true though. So what was like? So I think as we've recorded, this Block A has just concluded. How did you guys feel about the? I mean, obviously, like with our thoughts on Slash teams and stuff. But how did you guys go? What units did you find interesting to use? That kind of stuff.
I tried out a lot of different characters. I tried the striker team, but of course, it's the problem that we can't level anything up. So unfortunately, like I didn't get like too much into it. But I tried out the striker team, and the shooters looked a lot of fun too. And I tried out like a quick inside team as well. That was really fun, utilizing V2 Kuzan and Marco was actually pretty interesting in PvP as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, and at the moment I'm just using the int team at the moment as my attacking team. It's really good fun.
I didn't really, like I said, I started pretty late, so I didn't really experiment. I just used the one team that everyone was using, and I was having a discussion earlier on Discord with Broke, and there's a feature in Dan Memo PvP that's really useful where you can like if you have a friend, you can challenge their team with your team, so you can do all kinds of testing because you can have your friend like set a particular team you're trying to test against, and then you can see how well you do against that type of team. And that's you can't really practice here unless you waste a pass or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfortunate. If they implemented that, you can kind of put all kinds of shit.
That does revolve back to like that JP survey where like they had that option as like a what do you guys want to see, and like friend versus friend PvP. So hopefully that does get implemented at some point because it'd be very exciting, because then we could do that stuff where you could have friends put up teams and you could make like fodder accounts per se and really kind of like test and really do a lot of analysis in terms of it. But
Or even just like practice matches.
100%. It should be like that though. You should be able to click on anyone in the top 100 and just challenge them as a free practice match.
Yeah.
You get no rewards. There's no win streak, win or loss. It doesn't cost you anything, but you get nothing in return. You should be able to
it just shows you how like plebby you are compared to the top guys.
Which is fine. That's how people learn and get better. So.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you look at the top 100 right now, I guarantee you 80 teams out of that 100 are the slasher team.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Nah, I understand that.
Like
it's always
I went through the ranking before, and most of the teams are either slash or int.
My team is not though, so shout out to me. No, but it is though, and it's annoying. I mean, like it's annoying. Like maybe it's annoying in a pretentious kind of way, but I don't like the fact that everyone's using the same team. And obviously you can argue that like, oh, we don't have the resources to try new stuff out, and I agree with that, and I wish that we get more scrolls a lot faster. I mean, it's more plentiful at least, but it's very frustrating when you go in to play PvP because I sit there and refresh for like 5 minutes until I find a team I can beat.
Match just because every team is the same, and it's like, yeah, it's too strong. I can't beat it. There's no way.
And I think like, that's where like PvP intuition comes in, because the extent of your team and what it's good against. And I know my team, for example, isn't good against slasher teams, but everyone uses slasher teams. So I just have to sit and refresh until I find a team that isn't a slasher team.
Even if you are using a slashers as your attacking team, even if you see another slasher team, it's like, oh, do I even want to challenge it? It's like a 50-50 chance.
It's such a coin flip. The RNG is insane,
Whenever
I see Capone, I'm like, oh, I can't be like either, because I either win with like 5 seconds left, or they stall me out.
If Capone's on the main 5, it's not as bad. When he's on the bench,
it's messed up.
Yeah,
Capone on the bench sucks. Just
Yeah.
the whole special situation with him, how much he heals, and it's annoying. But
Dude, when you
Sick man of the year for sure.
when you see him launch his special and you see his HP is below 50%,
oh no!
it's the worst shit.
Nah, man, I just lock him with Kuzan. No worries, it's fine.
What's
Kuzan
up? Kuzan CT?
32, I think it is.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's relatively short. I mean, you run him with Carrot, hint. Speed up a little bit with her special too. You get that 50% boost. So
You can use Kuzan too.
that's what I'm saying.
Sorry, Kizaru.
We're zooming now.
Works well with both of those.
No, I refuse to use Kizaru. I refuse.
Why? He's pretty good.
I take a stand.
He's the only like side character in the meta right now.
No slashes. I take a stand.
Are you using Carrot?
No,
Hey.
I'm using Carrot and Shanks Crew. I won't lie. Shanks Crew is so good.
Shanks Crew is really good.
So good. Also, I'm gonna spill the sauce a little bit. If you put 8 units in your defense team, I'm not attacking it. I don't care.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Don't do that. You want to entice people? Don't use 8 units. It just doesn't work. Don't do that. Simultaneously, like, don't put 4 units when none of your units are like skilled up.
Yeah, that's
Because I'm gonna beat that team.
No, keep doing that. Keep doing that.
No, my bad shit. Keep doing that.
That's how you win.
Yeah. That's how I win. No, but
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where you're trying to make it harder on yourself.
No. It's just like Global's meta is just always going to be messed up because we're going to always follow where the buffs happen on JP. So whenever a set of buffs happen on JP, people are going to immediately start investing in those units.
Yo, imagine if they did a set of buffs, but just for global. Or just
I would prefer that. Just, debuff Inu. He doesn't need to do that much damage. Okay, like
like they do the same buffs, but like first on global and then have it for a few months and then come to JP, like something like that. Where like, metas are really different.
We need a global original PvP units.
No, we don't.
That'd be what if they drop
I have that. Akani.
with an exclusive rare?
Oh my god. It'd be pretty cool. I mean, it'd probably be a unit that combats Whitebeard. That'd be my guess if it ever came out.
A new Kaido.
Okay, don't do that.
Unit.
I don't want to see that in my life.
I mean, there's no good Kaidos in PvP.
Just go use Red Kaido, man.
Bro. I mean, he's gonna lowered cost.
Exactly. So
I was having a look at the brand new Kizuna Carrot that just dropped.
She's good. She's really good.
PvP, bro.
She sucks. What?
She's good in normal play, but in PvP, she's not
She's
good.
all right. What does she do?
She's a debuffer.
Oh, yeah.
And her passive is just attack up for strength. And we all know how good strength is in PvP.
I guess she was good when there was like the Big Mom Snake Man bullet meta.
I guess.
The powerhouses, like pretty much. So
like, she like debuffs like characters in a certain range, and then she specifically debuffs Dex units or something. And like, what are the Dex units in the meta right now that are like?
There are none.
I mean, V2 Rayleigh eventually, but
eventually,
a couple months.
Right now, there are no Dex units in the meta. I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't used my Dex scrolls for anything.
No, it's quick. It's quick int and just quick and int base.
Yeah, mainly just
primarily.
Mainly, and there's a couple strength units here and there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this evolves. What is your guys' favorite PvP unit been so far?
Favorite PvP unit?
Oh, just like so, like as in like just favorite unit to use. Sorry,
yeah, to use, right?
Carrot.
I agree. I'm
one of my faves as well.
Carrot is so good, dude.
She's so powerful. Like even on teams where she's like not super boosted at the moment, she's just so good.
She's good, bro. She does that fixed damage. She cleans house. Nah, my favorite unit's Kuzan. Kuzan is so good, dude. Oh, I love.
Dude, he lands and he binds like the whole team. It's just over at that.
You watching my matches? I was binding 4 or 5 units every time.
Never face Kuzan anymore because it's happened to me way too many times. I'm just like, no, I don't want to deal with this shit no more. I'm not facing Kuzan. No, thank you. Oh, he's so good.
Chizora is really good too.
Super type Katakuri as well. He's been pretty strong. getting the fixed damage to, and he targets all enemies as well. Like it's so good.
That's when like it gets bonkers when you have like that all enemy type deal. And it's like a fixed damage. Like it's really strong.
Ace does that as well.
Yes.
He's been pretty good.
Oh, V1 Whitebeard, bonkers.
Yeah,
Very strong.
Yeah,
Like
pretty good.
very strong. That HP cut is disgusting.
yeah, low CT HP cut. Love to see it.
Shanks Crew, like we said, very fun. Very, I'm not fun, but like just very annoying to verse. But
V1
very,
is also relatively annoying.
no, I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy.
Very good. Popping like 2 insane classes in
Yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay. He's way too strong. And I definitely.
And I've liked the PvP rare recruit Jozu. He's been good fun. And you've been using Neko, I assume.
Yeah, I'm using Neko, but Neko's bench. But I'm gonna try to swap him in for the next block into the actual like.
He's actually got, like really good abilities.
Yeah, he's a very very strong unit too. So
Definitely rivals Legends in PvP.
100%. Like it's an HP cut, so I'd have to like swap him out for an HP cut already. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. But I think like what's your team building strategy right now going into PvP? Do you have like any sort of like set format you make, or do you just like
At the moment, it's a little bit sketchy because it's just like, I'm just going to use one of the characters I've already leveled up and build a team around them.
yeah.
At the moment, it's just like and plus I really wanted to use Katakuri, so I'm just like, well, I've already got Dofi leveled up, and I want to use Katakuri, and I've got Jozu, and I got Rare Recruit. That's already a pretty good core.
Done. Yeah, you got
around that. So I think at the moment I put V1 Fuji in there. I think maybe
Pudding's really good in PvP as well.
Yeah, she reduces the CT by like a certain percentage. It's pretty good.
The int as well, like she's a really good. The int team, like all int units in this PvP, hella good for PvP.
Like, I feel like because at the moment I don't have Blackbeard, and I feel like the team is severely lacking damage, and Blackbeard would definitely fix that. So
I agree.
It would be sick. But at the moment, I needed a really good like powerful unit. I think I tried V1 Sanji because he does decent damage, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
yet.
I saw him on a few teams.
Yeah,
He seems alright too. I just hope that like with the like people went obscenely hard for Block A as well. I don't understand, but you know,
Yeah,
to each
that was
their
weird
own.
to me.
I mean,
like
like
people don't understand the fact that like the rewards are really bad in the blocks, and you can only really like gem hard until you get to championship.
I think it's like top 100 is like 550 tickets and like 5 scrolls of each color. I don't even know what rating the scrolls
I
are.
don't think they're the best scrolls.
No, I don't think. I think they're the bronze ones.
Yeah, it's like it's garbage.
And I think
Yikes.
top 10 is like 700, and then top rank 1 is like 800. It's not you just got 1,000 tickets for free just then from the Twitter event.
Yeah.
It wasn't worthwhile to go that hard. But I mean, like, you know, people, it's a new game mode, obviously. Like, people want to, I put in a few gems as well, so I can't really compare too much. But
I mean, we're qualified, so
yeah, well, I mean, we're good now.
getting any gems at all until.
Oh, yeah, Block B and Block C, I might gem max once a day just to test units out and see what happens there. But I'm excited. I think, you know, it's going to be really fun. Hopefully, as time goes on, we're going to get some, more scrolls, which gives us more chances to max out units and test a lot of different teams and compositions.
Yeah. I can't really say like my future plan because, like I said, I'm still learning like the mechanics, what the characters do. I think in the early ones, it's really going to be me kind of seeing what teams other people are using and see why. You know, yeah. And like because then like when you analyze the fights, you can kind of see like how each character works out. You got to kind of just dive into the deep end, really. Because, you know, at first I was planning, I was like, man, I got to watch this, you know, this intro video by Atsu or this video by Todd or whatever. But I was like, okay, if I just play it myself and see how it works out, then that'll be the only way to learn.
No matter who explains Pirate Rumble, it's kind of like, it's always going to be difficult to like comprehend. Because you have to, like,
every character is different now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like you have, I feel like the way that like a good way to look at team building is like pick 2 or 3 units that synergize really well as like a core, and then build a team around those 2 or 3 units.
And it's also about balancing to make sure your team is good defensively and offensively at the same time, because you don't want to just get absolutely KO'd by the enemy, but at the same time, you need to make sure you kill them before the timer runs out. So it's you got to find the balance, and it's really difficult.
Units like Shanks Crew, units like Frankie that do like damage, but then also give you a defense buff, you know? So like you get that nice balance there. You need that kind of stuff.
You get, and like a lot of teams are focusing mainly on like defense, speed, HP related things rather than just boosting attack. Like a lot of teams are like boosting their defense so that when the enemies do multiplier specials, they basically do nothing. So fixed damage is seemingly a lot better at the moment, unless if you're going up against a team that literally has like 0 defense, like a shooter team or a free spirit team. Then you can use whatever you want, really.
Just gotta figure out a counter this slasher meta. Don't worry, I'll be back next week, the week after. I'll have a solution, guys. Don't worry, we'll figure it out together.
There is also a different
saves global.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. There is also a different use for kind of knowing what's coming from JP, because you can sort of plan ahead of people. You know what I mean?
100%.
And then like build a team specifically to take out that kind of team.
Yeah, you can invest in characters that you're going to use in the future.
Yeah.
Like I've already started using deck scrolls on V2 Rayleigh.
Yeah,
because
he's like
one of the
literally V2 Ray is going to turn into one of those units into every team you make, pretty much.
Yeah,
like he's that good.
Katakuri, like those three literally can be run on a team together, and it's crazy. Even though there's not much synergy there, but they're just crazy together.
But like that's how it kind of works, though. You have 3 units, that's the core.
Yeah,
and then you build around that, right?
Yeah,
so like that's kind of a good way to look at team building for now. Is like you build it, you have 2 or 3 units as your core, and then you build around. And I really like the fact that it's 300 cost fixed. No more, no you can't boost it, you can't 300 cost fixed. You have to build within that, within those restrictions. I really enjoy that.
It's crazy though, because like once we get to a point where we have lots of the Rumble rare recruits, you can get to a point where you can have half your team be legends and the other half can be Rumble rare recruits.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Pretty much. You'll have 3 or 4 legends, then the remaining Rumble units. So
yep,
because like 2 Rumble units are worth 1 legend, and those 2 Rumble units are generally better than that one. So
yeah,
it's always going to be good like that. So I'm excited. You guys are excited. We're all excited. More PvP. Hopefully some more meta shifts, that kind of good stuff.
Let's go.
Hey,
that's it. Got some questions, though. Yeah, we ran through that as we usually do.
Absolutely love the viewer questions.
It's time. You can ask us viewer questions over at twitter.com/goodgreatperfect or at GGP on Twitter and at GGP podcast on Instagram as well. Send us in the questions there, and we will do our best to answer them. Also on our YouTube community tab, you can do that there as well. The first question in it, bro. The first question,
fancy.
At iBlasterX asks, similar to how Unique Legend Kid is manipulating bomb orbs, what kind of super types do you guys want to see manipulating a new type of orb or mechanic? There you go.
Well, I think if they're going to do Odin, they could do something with Wano slots.
I think getting some sort of like Wano slot.
Or, oh my god, Wano slots with super type. Oh my god, that's busted. Because like Wano slots give you more damage.
1.6, yeah. So like, don't even. I think some sort of like Wano slot manipulation. I would still love to see like a block slot becomes like beneficial type deal as well.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be nasty.
We got the beneficial bomb orbs I was asking for a while ago, so
I mean,
anything's possible at this point.
Not really like relating to an orb, but for super type specifically, I still want to see an effect that's a super type special that does a health cut because the enemy can't interrupt it.
Yeah, I agree.
So 20 or 25% health cut from a super type, that'd be nasty.
Oh, they don't have that yet?
No, not yet.
I mean, Kid does damage.
It's all been like AoE, or damage. It hasn't been like HP cut.
Yeah.
Or like buffs.
Yeah. But that'd be like, imagine like a legend that a super type HP cut, then his special's also an HP cut. So you use both their super types as HP cut, both their specials HP cut. You've got like 80%.
Normal attacks only.
Oh no.
No,
that'd be pretty cool though.
Remove normal attacks only, like
maybe not even remove, but like for 1 turn, you can do damage to normal attacks only.
Yeah.
So, so it still kind of factors in with the super type such, but it doesn't really like break the game. Like, I'm just going to remove 99 turn attacks.
Well, because I mean, most times that you get it, I feel like you get it for 99 turns. But if you like totally are immune to it, that seems way too OP. So I don't know.
But I think for 1 turn though,
yeah, I think it worked that in.
You use the super type special, and then for that turn you used it, you can get an AO.
It's
Yeah,
like super annoying that
something like V1
Mm.
Law, you know.
it's like super annoying because like they even just released the Halloween Law and like normal attacks only ruins him too.
Yep. That
So it's
the
stupid.
next Coliseum's gonna have an NAO.
Yeah.
So like he's gonna be useless after after that point. Not useless, but you know, a lot less useful at least.
It's too like damning a debuff. Like it's one of the
Yeah,
like
but
things
when
that they
I think they realized that they messed up with Kaido.
yeah, it's like a balancing thing, I guess.
You know what I mean?
was
Kaido
them-
is way too good.
V2 Kata, I think, is V2 Kata and Dofi as well.
Yeah, they did it for yes, specifically those two.
Yeah. Like V2 Kaido was on, bro. Remember on his release,
At the time, yeah.
dude, he does so much damage. Like his damage output is you chuck him in any team, you get like 25 mil more damage output from that team. Like he was bonkers when he came out. So
I like your idea actually, like kind of like V1 Law, where you know for one turn you get to
You can-
punch
yeah.
through any enemy effects, just like one turn that lets you get over any deep like debuffs that you have on
Yeah.
your team.
I just think like the one turn's like enough because like you
Yeah.
know you get you get to the point where you can use the super type special, and then you use it, and then you know that's where you burst, for example. It kind of looks like that. Like it makes sense, but I don't know. I think that'd be nice, or like hopefully an Odin legend at some point that gives
Oh.
like a full board of Wano orbs, or like maybe he consumes Wano orbs and then does damage based upon that. I don't know. Like something along those lines would be really cool for a super type legend that does some more orb mechanics. At Freddy Y2K asks, do you guys really think that team sharing is all right in Pirate Rumble, or is it whatever? What do you guys think?
It's unavoidable, I think. I don't know if
I think
yeah.
attack teams is avoidable, defense is not.
No, I was going to say the exact same thing.
Because if you're top 100, your team's displayed for everyone. Period. You know, if somebody finds you while circulating, they know your team. Defense is unavoidable to an extent, but attacking team, you can completely null and void anyone knowing what it is.
I mean, does anyone really care?
I don't.
I think
I
I
really
misunderstood
don't.
the question. I was kind of taking it as like, is it okay that people use the same team as each other and tell each other?
Yeah,
what team?
that is the question essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
don't
think
think it
I
matters
think
that
it'd be,
much.
no,
Yeah.
I think it'd be better if people didn't. But again, it's like not
It's unavoidable, I feel like.
It's not the end of the world.
Because one person, you know, is going to say this team shows results. And obviously
Atsu.
everyone wants to. And then everyone's going to want to jump train too. So it's natural that kind of stuff.
It's like sharing teams on like Treasure Map, for example. There's like
Yeah.
no one. It's like yeah, okay, this team has more points, or this team's like faster. It's like it doesn't really matter. It's like okay, whatever.
I guess so. I think that's different though, because TM is more about your ability to grind,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
as well as your
Yeah.
teams. But grinding is, I think, the most important part. And this one's not
I
really
just don't. I don't.
grinding per se.
I don't think it matters though. Like too much. Like I think
I'm
Cobb
sure
summed
people will
it.
be pissed about it, but like
No, 100%. I think Cobb summed it up. It's like it would be nicer to have a vast array of teams, but we just won't, and we probably will never have that because it's
just not the way it goes.
yeah, exactly. People are gonna latch on. Like as soon as the slasher meta somehow dips, everyone's off. Everyone's gonna jump onto the next meta. It's natural for PvP games. You look at any
Yeah.
game that contains PvP, it's gonna be the same thing.
And I mean, not even just gacha games. It's just games in general, right? Like you go on a YouTube, you're like, oh, what's the best class for a Call of Duty or something, right?
Exactly.
Like,
What's the
it's
best
just the
gun?
way it
Right? I'm
goes.
gonna use that. You know, like even if you suck at using it, you're gonna use makes you that you're gonna do better or whatever.
Placebo effect, eh?
Exactly, right? You know, if you're on the slash team, you inherently are gonna a little bit more safety, or at least thought of safety, because you know everyone's running it, so it must be good. But you know, I think it's fine, but I don't think it matters too much in the grand scheme. There's plenty of ways. There's plenty of other units to play with, and you know, people just choose not to. So it's their decision at the end of the day. From Ahmed Naib 6 asks, do you think there will ever be a clan/guild system in Pirate Rumble, or or just a completely different new game mode? If so, would you like that, or think it's a bit too much on top of what we have already?
Yes, dude. Hey, I've been wanting like a guild kind of thing for a while. I think the Team Kizuna is like, it was the
Team
last time that I
Pirate
had a ton of
Rumble.
fun.
Team
team
Pirate
events.
Rumble, make it happen. That
Because it
would
pushed
work.
That'd
me.
be
Like,
intense.
honestly, I
would-
hadn't been excited about like grinding in the game for a while until that.
Everyone in the team has to set one defense team together.
Everyone submits one unit, and that's the team.
That's the team. Dude,
It's
that'd
like
be tight. But even not though, like even if you did a similar system to Team Kizna, but just for team like for Pirate Rumble, I think that'd be good. I think it'd work really well. It'd be really fun. It'd be a lot more gem intensive, like farming spots up. But like you could do it like, you know, like a PvP like clan sort of thing where like you get put up like, you know, similar to again, we always go back to it, but similar to like Dun Memo, similar to 7DS, where it's like, you know, you versus opposition. If you beat them, you advance, you get more points, and then the team at the very end that has the most points between the two of them wins, and then you get points for your team or whatever. I think that way would be really cool.
I think we on the particularly on this channel have been pushing for a lot of like more player interactivity, right?
100%.
But like that'd just be sort of a natural progression, I would hope.
I think it makes sense. I think with Team Kizuna being as successful as it was, it makes sense for a Team Pirate Rumble to occur at some point.
Team
like
TM.
Like, can you imagine reaching like the top bracket of like a co-op Pirate Rumble, and you get like, you know, like 20 gold scrolls or something like that?
Hell
Oh.
no, it's time, dude.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I'll be honest, like other than I guess in a similar vein to Team Kizuna, what would most excite me, team event wise, would be a Team Blitz, just like straight grinding.
Jesus.
Like I would love
No,
that.
I didn't even ever want to think of that. I think that's
That'd be
That sounds cancer.
it
I
does
mean,
though.
That'll make you more salty at your friends than I think Kizuna
It
would.
would
But
though, because if someone is like, at least in Kizuna, it's like there's no like really time constraint except the end of the event. So if somebody wanted to sit down and run 200 runs of Kizuna in one day, they could, right? But like, if you want to sit down and do 200 runs of Blitz in one day, I've already done 400. You're behind. Like, it's more of a detriment in that sense.
I guess I see the issues, but
I mean, same thing with the team. If somebody ever says Team TM ever again in my
please,
face,
yeah.
I'm actually taking. I'm fine. Give me your IP address. I'm pulling up. Like I'm finding where you live.
I always say it as a meme, but it sounds kind of low
If
key
Team
fun.
TM ever happens, I'm quitting the game. 100% on everything. I'm out. No way, bro. But no, I think the next logical step is Team Pirate Rumble. Make it happen. Or just some sort of clan fighting thing. But now we have the system to do it though.
It'd be
Pretty
how fun would it be if it's like in real time and you fit like 4 teams on the screen at once, all fighting each
No, I
other?
don't even want to see that. The game will crash. The game can't handle that.
I still want like I can't say global raid bosses because we call other things global raid bosses.
Yeah.
But like mega raid bosses, right? So like
Yeah.
one boss with like a shitload of HP. You could do like that in a clan thing and have like you and 10 of your friends take it down together.
I reckon that'd be tight.
I don't know.
But like you could do that in the sense of like everyone brings a team, and then the boss has, let's say, accumulatively like 100, 400, not 100 mil. It's easy to get 100 mil.
Yeah, too easy.
But like let's say like 600 mil, right? And then everyone runs this boss, and then everyone does their damage, and then after everyone's run it, it like adds up everyone's total damage, and then if that total damage obviously exceeds the HP, you obviously defeat the boss. That kind of deal.
I remember there was like, those like really stupid like Facebook Messenger games where like I don't know,
yeah.
probably your grandparents sent it to you by accident or something. I remember one, and it was kind of like that, right? Where there was like a massive boss, and you and your friends had to kill it, and then it respawned like stronger, and you get more and more rewards.
It's all like tap, like I think it's like a game called like Tap Heroes, like like
There's something like that.
Like those tapping games where it's like you kill something and then it comes back stronger. You kill it again, it comes back stronger. Like that's the kind of stuff that I think would be really cool as an event stuff. I mean, like then again,
Destiny Child does that.
Yeah, no, exactly like that. Actually, that's a good point.
That
Exactly like
fortune,
that.
I mean, you know, maybe you can follow the art too if you really want. I'm not going to complain, but I think the system works really well. So I think it'd be really interesting to see that. As
and it's dope because, like, you know, once a boss is defeated, everyone gets a bunch of rewards for doing it, and then as you said, it'll come back stronger and stronger, and it's more difficult.
But caveat: you have to participate to get the rewards.
Oh yeah,
if you don't do damage to the boss,
oh, actually, no, that kind of sucks because, like, what if you're going to sleep?
Bro, I don't care. You miss out.
Bro, I want to sleep.
I never sleep.
I don't want to miss like 3 bunches of rewards just because I wanted to sleep.
No, you have like a 24-hour period to do damage.
No, but like if the boss dies in like an hour, you know, you're not going to get time to have a run in.
You snooze, you lose.
Snooze, you lose, bro. Snooze, you lose, we move, bro. That's how it works in there on these parts. No, but it has to be some sort of system where like some sort of participation thing.
Or like you just get more rewards if you did participate. Something like that. I agree. Like a scale, like if you did X amount of damage, you get X reward or something.
Just don't get me started on that Warpool event ever again, because I might lose. I might lose my brain talking about that one.
Dude, screw that. The Warpool event was so bad.
Yeah, so I think there's still a lot they can do. I think, you know, Josh at the helm, like we said, possible now. So we'll see what creativity comes up with for the future of the game. At Nightmare 12321, what's up, Knight?
Hey,
if you could design some free-to-play super typing, what would the ability be and the condition? Maybe
with every super type Sugo Fest, they should release a free-to-play counterpart that works well with the legend.
I agree.
That would be amazing.
I reckon they should start looking at raids being super type and colos.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, go for it.
I think that kind of stuff would be not every single raid and every single colo, because it's not going to be often you're going to use those units as captains.
That's the thing. It has to actually have a good captain effect.
Yeah, that's the issue. But like maybe every so often make it like really good captain and then maybe not so good special potentially to like at least provide free to play players a platform to compete on where like with the super types that release, that'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, imagine having a super type like raid unit as like your boss as your captain for TM, and it has like a 1.4 times boost on it or whatever because it's the most recent raid or colo. It'd be really cool. You know, like it would obviously like be more beneficial, make things a lot faster. So, but no, I think a lot more free to play units need super typing.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I would agree.
I guess they're just trying to make it more enticing to pull because
super typing sucks, man.
Yeah.
Bring back. Give me 6+ dual units. That's when you're gonna get me again.
Oh, I just had like the freaking lowest IQ thing just go through my head. I'm
Here
like,
we go.
what if they make a super type character that switches into the captain spot? I'm just like,
it just happened. Germa right there, dog. What you talking about?
I love that character. Germa's so good.
That was really fun. At DesF10 asks, will Log Luffy ever get a 6+ or not because of the art copyright?
I think they fixed that issue.
That issue was fixed with it reason, but then again, the Log Luffy doesn't need to have the same art to be a 6+. They look at Blackclad Ace and Blackclad Shanks.
Yeah,
you know the art. Bandai just doesn't know what to do with 6+. Honest to God,
yeah. It's actually dumb. I'm dumbfounded that Log Luffy, Blackbeard, like V1 Blackbeard, still don't have super evolutions yet. It doesn't make any sense to me.
The last one was Jinbei and Rayleigh, right?
Who is the oldest legend aside from those two I just mentioned that doesn't have one? Is it like is it V2 Dofi?
Yeah. V2 Dofi.
Like Log Luffy doesn't have one. Blackbeard doesn't have one.
Oh yeah, Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think from the other, aside from what you mentioned, it's Doflamingo V2.
That's crazy to think about. Like that's a massive gap between Blackbeard and V2 Dofi. Like
after that, though, doesn't that just delve into the the units after Doflamingo?
Yeah, after Dofi, there's a lot of characters that have super evolutions already.
Is it me or have super evolutions been getting like just like straight buffs? Like not like anything amazing, but like not just shit. Like some of the early ones were like
we haven't had a side graded. Yeah, we haven't had a side graded one in a while.
For me personally, I just prefer the non. Like I would like to see like, you know, Todd's idea of like having a branched evolution eventually.
Yeah.
Like just to add more like more spice to the game. But I think 6+ should have always just been a straight upgrade, and then branch evolution should have been like the side grade or different branch you could take.
So after V2 Dofi, like the next set of characters that don't have them are like Luffy Ace, V2 Shanks, and the V2 Admirals.
Dude, V2 Shanks super type might actually fucking go crazy.
You know what too?
Crazy.
How long have we had super evolutions for? Like a good 3 years at least, right? And it's
what was the first ever?
Was it that? It was around Time Skip Luffy.
It was
it was around Time Skip Luffy.
That was Christmas, New Year's, like 20, like 17 to 16, I don't know, something like that.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that the fuck, I'm like brain farting. So the early ones, they were good at the time, but like compared to shit now, like they're really weak. But now, like more recent ones, they get like 4 times attack captains and shit like that. So like they've been holding off on Log Luffy and Blackbeard for so long. Like their super evolutions have got to be really strong. I hope.
You'd hope, right? I mean, like Sabo V1's got like a 4 times captain, and that was his limit break plus. Never mind. What am I talking about?
His super evolution's not.
Yeah, dude, it does nothing for him. No, but like I don't know. Like
I guess it's a reason for those for those limit break captain abilities is to fix that issue.
But at the same time, they can't really plan for. I mean, they can, but like you kind of dig yourself a hole when naturally you're going to have progression in the game where you're going to go from a 3 times to a 4 times to a 5 times. But then simultaneously, when you involve these new buffing systems like 6+, like Limit Break Plus, like you have to remember where the meta's going to be and where these units are and where they're going to go after you, like after the player, buffs their particular unit. Like it's a very hard balancing act. And I think as players, we take it for granted as like, well, this 6+ should be a 5 times captain because all the other legends are, but in reality, it's just too hard to follow that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool.
I get what you're saying.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's see what's up. What's next?
YouTube community tab. So, like I said, you can ask questions via our YouTube community tab. Before every episode, we will ask a question, put the offer out, and you can, reply with a comment down below. From Cody H. This one is a pretty good question, actually. I like it. Cody H asks, the community seems to more or less agree that certain classes are bad, like shooters, fighters, and driven. In your opinions, what makes a class bad, and what would it take to make them good?
I think in the past, it's always been like there's a lack of good supports that are in those classes, right? Like that's usually the main thing.
They're not good. They just got to get better.
Well, do the shooters have a character like Ambush Linlin? I don't think so.
No.
I mean, for driven specifically, they probably need better captains. Bullet is like their best captain.
Yeah. It's a balancing line of you have to look at the current captains, what they do, and then you have to look at like the rare recruits and what they do, and then look at the potential free-to-play units and what they do. And, like, if there's a lack of something, which for some classes is, like, shooters have a lack of a lot of support generally.
And a lot of the good shooters are Instance Eye, which doesn't help.
So that's what makes them not as good. Same thing with fighters. Same thing with Driven. Driven has a lack of, good captains. So that's what makes them bad.
There are some times where like the stars align and like a team like that ends up being like the perfect thing to clear a certain piece of content. But in general, they're not as universal, I guess, in what they can do.
I think another problem is
go for it.
I was gonna say another problem is like same character syndrome, like slashers, Mihawks, Zoros. It's just
that
becomes an issue.
I think that one in particular is bad because there's not a lot of slasher characters in One Piece. I feel like at least compared to like other kinds of things, like Cerebral. There's so many characters in One Piece that are really smart.
Yeah,
so you can have anyone be Cerebral.
Yeah. But like we've seen it before, where like they do like different costumes or different character designs and arts where they've made the units a slasher, for example.
Yeah.
Or like they've done stuff like that. Like I think that shouldn't be the boundary where it's like the guy doesn't have a sword, can't be a slasher. It's like
that's a really good point that what Knight brought up though. I think that's super important, especially for, like that is the biggest one because like Zora and Mihawk, they're like always slashes. So if there's like a really good new Mihawk or a really good Zora, it's kind of hard to put them in slashes. I guess with this new Mihawk, it's a bit different though because he's a color captain. I actually like that. And if they're gonna make a new Zora, which a lot of people say, oh, we need a really good OP Wano Zora legend, they got to make him a type. I mean, that could be the Dex Super type character. There we go. We've called it. The next Dex Super type character is gonna be Zora.
That's
the next
our
GGP prediction.
That's our tinfoil prediction right there. Dex Zora Super type.
Timestamp the episode.
Timestamp it right now. I don't know the time, but someone can in the comments.
That's true. They just need to do something else where make the character either not a slasher or make them boost something else, or as you said, just bring new characters in that wouldn't typically be slashers, but make them a slasher.
Yeah, and obviously we're saying slasher as like a case study, for example. We don't mean like slashers that do.
Slashers aren't even like super bad at this
exactly.
point.
They're a mid class.
They're pretty good.
But I agree on the same unit syndrome because you look at it you have V2 Zora and V2 Mihawk, both of which are really good slashers when they combine them together. Oh, but I need to reduce paralysis, and then this Zora does it as a slasher.
Yeah.
But I have legend that's the issue where
you can't run Raid Zora.
Yeah, you can't run Raid Zora
because you make all the OP class units the same characters.
Yeah.
When you do that, you can only that's the issue with Luffy. Everyone complains that there's 4
Luffy, dude.
but you can only run one Luffy. It doesn't make a difference how many Luffys get released and how good each of them. Because you get Luffy and Sanji get released, they're a fantastic unit. Don't get me wrong, but now you can't run any other Luffy.
Yeah, or any other
Sanji,
or any other, or any other Sanji. So you lose out on a lot of potential characters there.
Yep.
Do you guys think that if they remove that character restriction, it would be too broken?
The game would be dead. The game would be dead.
I don't want them to do that.
Because you literally just run 6 Luffys. What would be Dokkan now? You run 8 Gokus in a team, whatever.
I guess that's
Luffy Law, Luffy Zora, Luffy Sanji.
It's all there, bro.
I mean, I asked because we were complaining about the other way, But if
you can't though.
Actually, I would like them to do it, but only for supports.
I would agree.
If you got a Luffy on your team, you can run a Luffy support. I would love that.
Yes, because Snake Man is the best support for stats at least.
You're gonna put Luffy on your Luffy, bro?
Oh,
there's lots of good Nami subs, but good Nami support as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's that issue where they're very fixated on making the same characters good, but the same classes every time. That's why a lot of us are able to predict, V3 Blackbeard's getting released. He's probably going to be some sort of powerhouse unit or some sort of driven, you can predict it because it follows the same meta each time. It's very common with when characters come out, they follow the same kind of idea. But I think hopefully they kind of look at it and they kind of start releasing a lot more potential free-to-play units that are actually viable. Or maybe even things like limited rare recruits. We haven't had those in a long time either.
Yeah, they just need to make shooters better because they've been bad for ages.
Yeah, shooters have been doo-doo for a long time. So
I mean, technically, Shanks' crew is a shooter in a way, but
you're not using them as a shooter, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not running a shooter team with Shanks' crew as your captain.
It's just fortunate that they're a shooter as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can if you want.
Yeah, more power to you, but you're not going to aim to do that every time. From Michael Davis, he asks, what's the last 6+ you guys were really happy with? What do you think of the mechanic nowadays? Do you want them to speed up releasing? I do, because they're still 2 years behind and there's so many barely usable legends still. Were any of you expecting global first unit for this celebration? That doesn't seem to be coming. We did get a global first unit. It was V3 Akainu, so you can take your hat off to Yoshi for that one. But 6+.
The last 6+ I was happy with.
The one that I always feel is super underrated is V1 Akainu, because this 6+ was crazy.
For what the unit was, he did get a massive buff. Yeah,
he got a huge buff. I think Capone's recently was quite good.
I like Capone's buff; it's very good.
You're
adding a whole separate class to
just adding driven, and now now he's beneficial to shooters and driven.
Yeah, I love when they did that for Barto. Even though he wasn't the strongest captain, but
it was very good though. It adds
very
a lot
versatile.
more versatility to the unit.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I gotta give a shout out to my boy Mr. Slam Jam.
Oh no, V1 Cadid 6+ is disgustingly good.
Yeah, that's a very nice buff.
I agree.
They changed something like that I really liked about V1 Cat. I can't remember what it was. If it was cooldown or changing something.
They made his. I think it was less damage.
They gave him tap timing bonus damage, which made the delay essentially guaranteed.
Easier.
Oh yeah, they didn't give him the
last 6+
conditional boost.
Yeah, what did you think, Knight? Last 6+ that you liked?
Garp. Garp's goated.
Oh,
I forgot about Garp. Yo,
Garp did because
Garp
like
is good.
his captain is
Garp
actually
got
good
one.
now.
Yeah.
4.5 after good, great, perfect. Shout out to those guys.
Shout out to those guys.
Dude, I think I've been living under a rock. I didn't even realize that Garp got a 6+. Holy shit! When that
And it
Yeah.
makes sight and recovery beneficial to everyone.
Very good.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
another one is Bullet.
Oh, can we, bro? The most underrated legend in the game, Bullet.
Excuse me.
Dude,
I
Bullet.
thought you said Boa.
I thought you said
Bullet,
Boa too.
man.
Oh, 'cause that was what I was saying, man.
Imagine.
Boa V1
Imagine
6+
saying Boa
is
in
OP.
2020. Imagine saying Boa in 2020 could not be me.
Oh man.
No, but Bullet, bro, Bullet is so good.
I mean, like
man.
Bullet's changes were so minuscule. It just made him like even better than what he already was.
He was too
Yeah.
busted to start off with.
Like even if his captain ability stayed at 4.5, he'd still be as good as what he is.
People still use him to clear content because he's alive.
I guess the difference is his health cut is all enemies instead of one enemy now, so that's pretty good.
That's the dirty. That's so dirty.
V1
It's
Big
so
Mom.
good.
V1,
Okay.
V1
Big
Big
Mom
Mom sucks.
I'm just kidding,
Maybe for autoing turtles, sure. I'll give you that.
I remember a lot of people were happy about NL when that came out.
Oh
At the
yeah.
time, it was hella good.
At the
Yeah,
time,
because he
that
gets-
was
I
awesome.
like NL. I think NL's such a shit legend.
Well,
At
I
the
mean,
time, when his 6+ came out, he
million,
was
dude.
very good,
That 5 mil damage is nutty.
yeah,
That was a
if
lot of
5
damage.
million
Yeah,
special is
that's
insane.
crazy.
and it was so
And-
easy to get.
Plus, like, what was it? 3.75 universal attack captain potentially. That was really good back in.
Yeah.
And like
in
you
the
know,
day.
and then you just run Shirahoshi and you run.
I'm
Yeah.
just
there's-
reading it now. His captain ability also reduces damage received by 13%.
Yeah, but like you only ever saw people use NL if they weren't good at the game and couldn't clear it themselves. Like
That's cap. That's so cap. People use Enel all the time to finish shit. He was so
Yeah,
good
dude.
because you could pop.
he was a
Market.
last resort captain if you couldn't
No,
clear
he
it.
wasn't.
Right.
When he came out, he was clearing content left and
A
right.
lot of noobs
I'm
were
not saying
just
you couldn't clear it. I'm just saying it's
I thought it was
lazy.
like a challenge. I don't know if you guys know Sari in Dynasty. He's
that
dude, he
guy.
loves NL. He's done so many like runs of NL like where no one would have used him otherwise. Just to
It's
see if he
hard
can.
ass content too with Enel. Like it's kind
Yeah.
of nuts.
I think we're forgetting another major 6+ though.
Who?
Which one?
Snake Man.
I forgot he
Oh
exists,
man,
bro. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
that guy's
Eh,
busted. that guy's
I love Snake Man, dude. His
He's
like
so
rain
good.
was the best, and I love his artwork. Still, I still think it's the best one in the game.
he
Give me one
does so
second.
much damage.
Guaranteed on multi 6 of when he debuted, was it? Was it multi 9?
No,
Six-
no,
I
it
think
was, yeah, I thought it was 10.
It was 9. I think it was. There's no way they
It
gave. him
definitely
six.
wasn't 10.
It was not.
it was
six,
9 or
though.
less.
But no, he was hella good. So I.
Yeah, 9.
Oh, that
sounds right.
Sengoku, Pog?
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
I still remember. I think it was Blitz, and you were streaming when it came out, and I was so disappointed.
Oh yeah, that was the best.
Oh man.
Oh, actually, one that I absolutely loved when it came out was Hody Jones.
Yo,
Oh, yeah,
Odie
yeah.
He was the goat.
yeah.
He was the
Go,
goat.
dude.
Odie was actually the go. Dude, you
I-
need a
I gotta
speed
say-
farm anything, and you run Hody. You run Hody, bro.
shit, dude. Back in the day, there was a few there's a lot of legends I was missing, but there was legends that I didn't want to pull at all, and those the two in particular that come to mind are Korra and
Bro,
yeah,
Six
and
Plus
Hody.
Korra's one of the biggest glow ups as well.
Yeah. And then Hody and Korra got like the best 6+s ever.
Dude, I remember reading 6 Plus Korra. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I cannot believe that.
He's
shit.
a good ass
He was
legend. Hold
so
on.
good, and his support is so good. What a fucking legend!
V1 Rayleigh 6+.
He won
as well.
Raid, bro. Hold on. That guy's tight.
Honestly,
with
when V1 Rayleigh 6+ first came out, a lot of people were hating on him, like, oh, he's just useful
He's
for
made
the
for-
Gear 4 Luffy.
it. That's literally what he's made
Yeah.
for.
Little did we know, he's like the
Oh,
best
man.
6+ of all
He's
time.
one of the most versatile units of all time.
Were you guys saying he's super good in PvP? Because I don't know anything about that.
No,
aspect.
speak
Ray,
to
Ray,
Rayleigh.
V2.
Oh, V2
No,
Rayleigh. I
That's
see.
what I like about the new like approach to 6+s is that now that we have Pirate Rumble, they can look at 6+s as boosting them for PvP as opposed to PvE. It gives it
Mm.
more versatility and options in that sense.
Yeah, it's
Which
true.
is
But
what-
they do make them better for normal play, but then they're like, oh, let's just make him obscene.
Like, Jinbei, V2 Jinbei 6+, and Rayleigh, both absolutely fantastic units for us.
Wait, really? I didn't know about Jimbo.
Jinbei's really good too. So like they're both really good units for it. So I like that. But
Actually,
Dude, that's
There you go.
another one I forgot about. V2 Jinbei 6+. Am I like
yeah, that
living
came out
under a rock
very
again?
recently.
yeah, I think it came out around the same time as Ray. So maybe
Ray
it
was a little bit before.
yeah.
Another 6+ that I remember when it came out, like a lot of people were kind of happy for, was V1 Kuzan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
A lot of people were happy about that
That
one.
guy did work. That guy did.
As if every other Kuzan that's released since now has not been his time skip form.
How are they gonna
Sad,
do it
man.
to him, bro? He got the drip. That's why, bro.
I know, dude.
The drip.
I
Too,
swear-
the drip.
Every Kuzan has been a curse for me. Like as soon as I pulled them for the first time, I pull them all the damn time.
Yeah, it's a Todd.
Every single
Oh
one.
my god.
Oh, you still don't have V3?
No,
Nope.
bro.
Oh my
Todd-
god.
Todd
Imagine
watched.
that.
Todd watched me pull 3 V3s.
Jesus, dude.
I felt bad every time, but it'd be like that sometimes.
In terms
Though.
of other
You really
6+,
do.
I don't think there's any other 6+s that really stand out to me.
No, not
I'm
really.
looking at.
I'm
Like a
trying
lot
to
of them are
think.
just like straight up buffs, and like yeah, they're good, but like they weren't like game changing.
Nami was okay. 6+ Nami. Her captain became.
I mean,
very-
again, it's another character. Like yeah, it's a nice buff, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
game changing.
I do like Nami was nice because they added utility, and Korra and Nami added
Yeah.
utility in their
Yeah.
6+ is really nice. So I'm just waiting on that carrot 6+. You know what I'm saying?
And
Or
Quick
V2.
Beat
I'll take a
6+ was
V2.
the weird
Dude.
one.
Dude,
What do you mean? You guys sleeping on my boy Croc?
Oh
Ooh,
my
okay.
god.
for sure,
Guys,
dude.
Freaking
See you later,
trash,
night.
dude.
I have
you
a lot of
later, mate.
nostalgia. I have a lot of nostalgia for V1 Crocodile, or the only
Yeah, for
crocodile.
V1, not V1.
But he's
Dude,
Shout
where's
out to
V2?
that guy.
Where's V2 Croc, bro? What is it?
He's
Come on.
coming, bro.
I'm
Halloween
actually
Croc.
hella pumped for 6+ Carrot. Dead ass.
Yeah,
Hey,
Oh,
you
that'd be so good.
Carrot is
You
so
know,
good as a
if they-
legend already.
dude. Honestly, if they remove the restrict, I used to say just increase that that limit. If they remove it
remove it.
entirely, it wouldn't even be that crazy. It's not like she'd be
Remove it.
broken. Because
Buff
4
the
times is not like
Buff the
It's like-
captain to 4.25. Remove the restriction.
Oh.
Done. Like she's flying. Like she'd
Yeah.
be so good.
that'd be
And then her
insane.
PvP unit, yes sir, yes sir. She'd be so good.
Make her with a special, maybe like guarantee orbs, because I hate like RNGing for orbs. That kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
that is
Yeah.
true. That is the one annoying thing of Carrot.
Yeah. Like the Wanda support's pretty nice, but it's not
Yeah.
perfect.
Also, if you bring her as a sub, she doesn't kick in the boosted chance at matching orbs until she's the captain. So any
True.
specials that you activate before that, because you got to activate her special first,
Yeah.
because so that you get the cooldown shit. You know what I'm
So
saying?
maybe like
sometimes-
changes all type orbs and block orbs into matching.
Maybe just even
Because remember with a
just
special,
type
she makes
orbs,
recovery
maybe.
10 and matching.
Maybe just all type orbs into matching. Because then you could
Yeah.
potentially run like a brulee or something like that, and then guarantee it if it was block orbs or something like that. So
Yeah, something like that.
exciting. 6+, always exciting. So
yeah.
hopefully we see a Blackbeard soon or a Log Luffy at some point. I don't know.
I mean, still need dual unit 6+s.
Yeah, I think dual unit 6+s will be really tight.
I think this is kind of random, but OPCC is pretty unique in the whole evolutions having different artworks aspect. And I really do love that they have that 6+s where you get a different artwork that's like super high quality. I don't know a lot of
Yeah.
other games that have analogous features, and definitely not ones with changing artworks.
I guess
True.
then, like now that they have, I was just thinking just then. Now that they have the effects, like what if the 6+ of that unit that has the effect is like doo doo? Like, what if that effect looks arse now, and you've wasted all these like ink bottles on them? That's a feels
man.
bad, man. That's a feels bad.
A first world problem I've ever heard.
Yeah, darn it! I spent my effect. I spent
Got my
ink
ink bottles, bro.
Oh gosh, darn it! All right. From James Lopez asked, now that the super types are out, are you all excited for them, or because of knowing what's to come, did that kill the hype a bit? Do you all see a global first super type coming before Annie?
Yeah, maybe.
I
In
think
terms of killing the hype, it's like the thing is after this banner, like there's essentially
dead.
no good batch until
Yeah.
Boa's batch.
yeah, it's dead. Like that's the only kill of the hype that happened is because we know that all these legends aren't necessity; they're just fun.
The next like 2 to 3 months are just going to be pretty bland.
Because Kid and Hawkins they're good, but not wow. Sugar is good, but not necessary. Smoker is okay. And then Boa. Oh,
Boa, I think, is arguably like the best or one of the best.
Okay. Boa kind of with it, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, the combo with Boa and the Germa as a sub is disgusting.
But then the batch after
the batch
Boa is
on
the
top,
Germa
yeah.
Sleep Commander and and Luffy Sanji. So it's gonna be a very sticky situation there in terms of what to pull, where to spend your gems.
I'm already sticky.
Okay.
You got the gums out.
I was waiting for it, bro. I was waiting for it.
She got the gums out.
I'm just glad it's out there.
Oh shit.
Thanks, James Lopez. I hope that answers your question. Not is sticky. There you go. Final question, maybe a little bit controversial by the comment this person adds. From Woodman, asks, what do you guys think of Otter's character writing? This is aside from OBC, obviously. What do you guys think of Otter's character writing? I think people underrate how good it is. For example, Corazon was only there for a handful of chapters and he already had more depth and personality than 95% of the Attack on Titan cast.
Okay, first off,
That's a very bold statement. Very, very bold statement.
Jesus.
I mean, is he wrong though? That's the question here. Is he wrong?
I don't know if he's...
Well, okay, the only one that I'll give him is Mikasa.
But we got it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's right. No.
Okay, maybe not 95, but at least 90.
Oh my!
I mean, look. Hold on.
Job is so mad.
Let the resident.
Listen, I have a two-part retort here.
Oh, this man prepared.
The only one in the main cast that I'll agree with is probably Mikasa because she's just a huge Eren simp. Okay, I'll give you that one. But now tell me a series where the main cast isn't, the only ones that, except for a few characters here and there like Senor Pink, where it's not primarily the main cast getting a ton of development. One Piece it might seem like One Piece like everyone gets development, but that's just because it's been running for fucking 20 years.
Yeah,
there's been focus on every character.
I think another thing that's like also impressive about it is just the cast of characters and how many characters there are and how many of them do have development. Like, I think that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, it's because it's been running for forever. So there's been arcs that Vivi got development because she had her arc.
Vivi sucks. We move on, bro. Fuck Vivi.
That's true.
Because not every mangaka is going to have an opportunity to
not at all
to do what Oda's been able to do, right? So yeah.
And it comes, it's.
I think it's a bold ass comment. I respect the ball, but at the same time, that's kind of fucked. Like, it's kind of rough of a comment, though. I don't agree with the 95%.
No, I mean that's just an arbitrary number, but like I understand what he's saying though. He's saying like, oh look, there's two beloved series. This series, I think this series has really good character writing, better than a majority of characters in X series or Y series. I mean, it's an opinion. It is what it is.
Naturally, yeah.
I just think it's just good.
I think if AOT ran for as long as One Piece did, you'd have the same amount of character.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's just that Oda has had the time to develop his characters and develop a story where these characters are very memorable and such. Whereas AOT,
I mean, obviously we don't know behind the scenes, but Oda's been planning out so much shit from like he's had the whole series in mind since he's been a kid.
The start and the finish haven't changed. Imagine writing the same shit for 23 years, and he's like, yeah, you know what? The ending hasn't changed.
I bet he probably cannot wait to
he's
just
like,
reveal this shit.
Bro, when he he's tired of it.
No, like I'm like, bro, bless Oda. He got sick and then the next day he recovered. So bless him.
He's probably sick of the act of writing and drawing, but he's probably not sick of One Piece itself.
I'm glad, bro. I reckon Oda, when he was sick, he was like, thank fuck, I get 2 weeks off. He's like, thank God.
Honestly, he's probably still going to be hard at work because he said he wants to reach chapter 1000 before the end of the year.
It's not happening. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. We'll see, though. But
how many chapters are left before 1000?
It's going to pop off.
Is it 8 chapters?
Man's going to write 8 chapters in one issue, bro.
This man's locking himself in his room.
I think it's 99. It's like 991 or 992 at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, it's on 991.
And it's going to take 2 weeks off, so it's coming back October 16th, I think, or whatever.
So it needs 9 chapters.
So
The one that-
3.
I think the one that's far less likely, the Attack on Titan author, he said he was going to end the series by the end of the year. There's no way.
Bro, they had to delay the anime a season because
Yeah, I mean, they delayed it because, there's only a chapter every month. And so if there's ever a break, that's 2 fucking months without a chapter.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Oda do bro. I was looking at the chart of Oda and how many breaks he takes. My guy has been writing consistently.
Dude,
For so long.
I don't know how he does it. That man is a machine.
As dedication to your craft and also racking in 300 billion yen a year.
Oh, plus he probably has a bunch of staff that do a lot of the work as well.
I think 6 or 7 editors or something like that. It's bonkers.
And a Japanese work culture is just a whole lot different than what we know it.
But that's why he gets sick though. Motherfucker's working 16 hours a day. Relax.
Honestly,
apparently he's a heavy smoker as well.
Yeah, he is. Hella unhealthy.
No, don't tell me that because what if he dies before the end of it?
He has it's very morbid to say, but his
editors know the ending.
Yeah, he has people that will take over if God forbid anything happens. So
you really hope that they don't, because you're oh shit, you don't want them to take liberties with the story,
No, they get the Yakuza on his own.
I think the Yakuza's backing Oda. No, but I think Oda has been very picky with who touches the story at all. So you'd pray to God that the people that he's chosen, don't backstab him and turn around and oh yeah, by the way, Luffy dies, bro.
Yeah, what if someone has a falling out with him and spoils the whole ending? Oh man,
bro, they're gonna get murdered. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oda, I'm telling you, Oda has.
Not by Oda himself, it's by all the One Piece fans.
Yeah, yes. No, not even bro. Oda has hitmen just rolling around Japan at all time.
He's got Yakuza. He's got Yakuza.
Bro, Oda got goons. No cap. Oda got goons, bro.
Dude, there's got to be at least some Yakuza leaders that love One Piece. I mean, it's just been going since they were kids.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. There's no way there's not.
That's crazy how big One Piece is in Japan. I gotta say, it's a cultural phenomenon, the kind that I don't even know if there's an analog.
Yeah, it's very odd when you walk past a train station, you see a big ass poster for One Piece. You're yeah, it's not normal. You wouldn't expect that.
And I mean, there's shows in America that are popular and stuff, but not
not like that popular.
It's take over the whole country.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess what shows were I guess on that scale in terms of taking over a country with its popularity?
Game of Thrones
probably was. Yeah.
Probably Breaking Bad potentially.
Yeah. I don't know if it was big.
Maybe not popularity wise, actually. Maybe in comparison to Game of Thrones, probably not.
In terms of scale, of how good it is, I would say.
It goes with masterpiece. Yeah, it's probably up there, if not the best.
But Game of Thrones really was unique in how fucking huge it got. I gotta say.
At the start of Walking Dead, that was very big.
Oh yeah. True. But I guess it's not to the point where there's posters and there's big ass panels in the train stations and there's
a whole tower.
There's a whole tower covered in Walking Dead advertisement. One Piece, literally, you walk into Akihabara and then everywhere you look, at least 60% is covered in One Piece. Dude. The rest of it is covered in anime girls. It's the same shit.
Dude, Japan just does it differently, man. There's fucking life-size replicas of Gundams and the Thousand Sunny.
Bro, you see that video? Hold on, went straight away. You see that video of that Gundam?
Bro, that was insane.
Bro, Japan going to war. They're pulling out the toolies, bro.
They are.
They got the robots now. I'm scared.
They're finally getting revenge for the for back then.
Oh no, okay.
I'm not going. Anyway,
don't get into that.
I got a little morbid, more than I intended.
Oh, no.
But yes, dude, they got Oda has very good characters.
I can't believe they got Max.
But yes, Oda has very good character writing, and if AOT went for the same length of time, I'm sure it would.
That question got derailed, dude. We went off topic.
That's the whole premise of this podcast, though. It's talk about something and then just see where it goes.
Yeah.
But I think that does about do it for us for another episode of Good Great Perfect, episode 28, closing in on that 30 mark. Very, very.
Jeez, man.
We thank you all so much for the consistent support. Like I said at the start of this video, if you made it all the way through and you did enjoy today's episode, make sure you give it a like, as it does tell YouTube that you did enjoy it. And, That's good for us. We do love seeing those likes. And then, leave some good vibes down in the
You'd
comments.
love to see it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So subscribe. Like, how are you finding our videos? You just look us up every week.
Let them know, Joba.
Dude, like, wait, how do you find us? Do your friends just share the videos? Just fucking. Oh my god, dude.
It's subscribe. What are they doing? Please. Like, that's all I'm going to say. Doing, we do appreciate if you do subscribe. We're almost at that 50 big milestone coming, and we really do appreciate it. Make sure you go follow us on Twitter at GGP Podcast. We're almost at 500 followers there. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram at GGP Podcast as well for more behind the scenes look of the podcast itself. If you want to listen to the audio only version of the podcast, you can find us on anchor.fm/good, great, perfect. And we are distributed to a plethora of different platforms, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a bunch of other ones as well. Hopefully, it's on your favorite listening platform there.
Well, I think the other day, sorry, I totally. You know how I missed the Atsu episode because he was like his schedule was totally fucked up. Mm-hmm. I downloaded the episode to listen like while I was driving a long distance. There you go. On Apple Podcasts. So
you can do it. You can do it too. Make sure if you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, you cut out there.
Leave us a review on Apple Podcast, please. I do check them from time to time. Always very exciting down there. And then all those links I just mentioned will be in the first link in the description down below. That is our link tree. That is Linktree, linktr. I forgot it. linktr.ee/good, great, perfect. And you'll find all the links to it there. Without further ado, though, gentlemen, I've been Captain Papi, Cobb, Dill, Knight, Joba, Todd. Thank you for listening to another episode of Good Great Perfect. Next time. Peace.
Yeah.
Sticky.